I honestly have no idea if this thing is even live. It's been like 2 months since I've used this streaming service. Oh, I hear myself typing. Not quite sure what you see, how big of a delay it is. Well, chatting gonna help me. It's like not even showing up on my actual YouTube page, but I found it on my phone. But it's not showing up on my actual page. Oh. Well, I guess because it was selected for videos, I didn't know that. Okay, wow, there's like a huge delay. Like, huge. Well, you know what? I think I'm just going to use my phone because it seems like all of a sudden my computer doesn't want to work properly. So I do have quite a bit of stuff open on my machine. Close some things down. I was going to share it on Facebook. I'll just probably copy it and share it that way. I'm going to be doing like life update stuff really quick. What I've been doing this week. Just general information first. And then I will get into my birthday wish list. And yes, only one of my hands is painted. I'm in the process of painting my nails. Alright, let me go back so I can... Okay, so it looks like Amanda is here. Hello, Amanda. I don't know how bad the delay is for you guys, but for my end, it's a minimum of 30 seconds behind. It looks like more like 45 to like a minute behind on my side. Looks like I've got some dropped frame rates, so this is going to be a bang up show. I don't usually like to use this setup, especially not, you know, streaming on my computer unless I'm on like Twitch. I don't really use my Streamlabs OBS just because of the fact that it does give me issues and delays and lag. But I'm kind of in the middle of painting my nails to match the school colors. I've got a fresh cup of coffee. This is my second cup for today. And I figured while I painted my nails, because it takes quite a bit for them to dry, that I would update on like life and what's going on, and I have been absolutely swamped this week. So I have so much stuff to get done before Sunday, because something else major is kind of happening Sunday, that I decided, number one, I haven't filmed anything today except for a short little minute-long ASMR hairbrushing clip. I haven't filmed anything else. I think I filmed like 6 videos yesterday. Let's see. I did 2 in the morning. I did declutter. I did the bike washing video. Oh, 5. I only did 5 videos yesterday. I edited 4. I currently have 62 video files to edit that will turn into anywhere between 14 to 16 videos for both channels. About 4 or 5 of those videos will be on my second channel. But I've been busy. There are like days when I'm having a really bad like fibro day, and it looks like my stream is completely stuck on my phone. That's just great. I've been on this screen talking for, I don't know, 2 minutes now. It's not showing any delays. Stop clawing the stuff! Somebody's clawing the door frame to go into the laundry room. I can hear it. And don't ask me how I know it's the door frame, but I just know it's the door frame because when they claw the couch, it sounds different. So, cats. Okay, so, life updates. My friend Gina, who I was in Marion County Jail with, she's currently living in Marion County. She's been renting a house up there. It was a lease to buy or rent to buy kind of situation. And, you know, she's working a few days a week. She makes enough money to pay for her house and her car and her insurance and, you know, normal adult bills. Well, about 15 days ago, her lovely landlord decided that she told Gina that she wanted her to move out because she's got family or friends or whatever that she wants to move into that house. And this was like the 5th of September. Told her she had until like the 15th to get out, and I think at the time it was like 9 days is what she had literally given her. Why is it like everything always itches when I'm painting my nails? I don't understand how that shit works. So anyways, yeah, but the delay is really bad, Jason. Actually, since you're here, I can do that. Ha 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 ha, I give you a wrench. Well, I know we talked about it last night anyways, so perfect timing. So anyways, so her landlord gave her about 9 days to pack up and move out. And I was like, do you have anything in writing? Do you have like a lease agreement, a rental agreement, a to-buy agreement? She's like, it's all verbal. I'm like, oh, not so cool. So her mom just got out of prison for the second time. Oh yeah, that's a good 2-minute delay because it's been at least 2 minutes since I yelled at the cats. So initially they were charged with like animal cruelty, and I'm in no place to judge them or their life or what they've done. And all I know is that they moved from the Midwest to Florida because they bought property here in Florida. They were in an RV. They were parked at a rest stop, and they, I guess, got in trouble there, and cops got involved, and because they were moving from their home in another state to Florida to, you know, their home here that they had bought, they had like any animals that had passed away that year or whatever were in the vehicle. And like they were like in like shoe boxes or in like Ziploc bags in shoe boxes, all labeled, you know, birth, death kind of thing, names, basically like little mini caskets for their animals that had passed on. And so they got, for every animal that was deceased, no matter the date of deceased on the box that was listed, they got charged with animal cruelty for every animal, even like the birds that they had. And they had an RV that had like one of those chest freezers in it, and the chest freezer had like a couple of dead birds, a couple of like cats, a small dog, that kind of thing. And then inside the RV they had their like live animals, because they were moving to property. So they had like a goat in there, and they, like I said, they were driving cross country to get from the Midwest to here. So it's not like they could like pack up their animals and ship them separately. They just had them in like crates and storage, you know, like carriers and stuff like that. And then every time they'd stop somewhere, they would get out and, you know, let them roam, exercise, whatnot. At one of the rest stops, I guess one of the animals was unruly or something and pissed off a white bitch, and so she decided to call the cops on them, and so they got arrested. And so they ended up with a whole bunch of like animal endangerment charges. They got sentenced to prison with a like, it's kind of like a suspended sentence where you are sentenced to X amount of years in prison and or probation, with the stipulation that if you fuck up on probation, they can ship you right to prison, and then you serve the rest of your time in prison. So that's what they had. They did end up getting out right after I got out. They got out. Now they did go to prison to get registered. They went through the prison system to get their inmate numbers and all that kind of stuff. And then once they got that stuff done, they were there for like a year, and then, or was it 2 years? I don't, all of the facts are like a little foggy right now, but they did spend a little bit of time in prison, and then they were released, and they had the rest of their probationary term set. And so they had to meet with, you know, probation officers and all that kind of stuff monthly, and they couldn't have animals. They couldn't be around animals. And so they were living up in Marianna, Florida. And I actually have friends, and one of my aunts lives up there. So they were living up there in one of those, like, it's like one of those like cabin kind of like parks where they have like cabins that have rentals on either side, and people go up there to like camp for the woods, and they park RVs and that kind of stuff. So they were living in one of those kind of units, and somebody had just, because it's wooded, they just dump animals. So there were cats on the property, and so their probation officer came to the house one day to do a home check, and she saw the animals like roaming around the property, and she's tried to violate them on their probation for that. So I had to file paperwork with Marion County clerk to like forego that kind of stuff, because they have no control over that. And I handled a lot of their paralegal paperwork while they were in jail, while they were in prison. I handled that. I'm also their man, my brain is like forgetting me today. Power of attorney. I'm their power of attorney. I'm their legal power of attorney. So while they were in jail, their mail came here. Any Social Security stuff I handled. I handled their banking matters, their legal stuff. I handled all that stuff for them. So they decided that living in that place wasn't probably the best option for them. So they moved to southern Georgia. Well, I guess moving to the border of Georgia, Florida, their probation officer didn't file their paperwork properly, and so she filed abandonment charges or something like that on them. Basically, she said that they absconded. Not cool. They filed the paperwork. I filed paperwork. All of the ducks were in a row. Everything was done legally. So they ended up moving up to Georgia. They filed with the probation up there. They got the probation stuff set up there. So people knew where they were. They were registered properly. But because their probation officer from Florida was a bitch, she said that they didn't have permission to move, is what it broke down to be. So when they crossed state line again to come back into Florida, they were arrested and went back to prison. So they spent another 2 years in prison. Gina got out. She had time served. She's been out for a couple of years now, but Mom stayed in. Mama Penny, she stayed in, and she just got released. She was not supposed to get out till 2021. And they ended up, because she is having like dementia type issues, she was released early. So, and the prison system here in Florida is absolutely horrendous. So they, sorry, I was reading Jason's comment. But so they released her. Mama Penny moved in with Gina, and we thought things were going okay. She's been out for a couple of months. Mom's trying to adjust to being out in public, and it's a hard adjustment once you've been in the system and been in a facility for many months to a couple of years, especially at 70 years old. So it was a hard adjustment for her. She's afraid to cook. She doesn't want to touch the stove or the oven. So now the landlord is bitching that not only is Mama Penny living with Gina, which she knew that would be an eventuality anyways, but now she wants to jack her rent up $500 more than what it is. Actually, she doubled the price of her rent for this month. She said, well, if you won't get the fuck out, I'm just going to charge you $1,000 for rent. When Gina's already paying $500, and she said she's already paid half the $500 because she pays $250 the first part of the month and then $250 the last part of the month, and that's how she's always done it. Now the bitch wants $1,000. And she's like at the house daily. She's called the cops multiple times on them. She's made like derogatory comments about Mama Penny, saying that Gina doesn't feed her, that she leaves her home alone all day. Well, Gina works like 4 days a week, but she's gone like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Well, right now she's only gone 3 days a week for the next like month, and then she'll be gone 4 days a week. But for those 3 days a week, Penny is home, 8 to 10 hours by herself. She's an adult. She has enough mental faculty to be home by herself. So why they're giving her issues and problems and stuff like that, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know why the stream chat isn't working, but oh well. At least I'm not having any like dropped stuff on this side of things that at least I can see. Okay, so long story short, they're moving in Sunday. They're gonna sleep on the couch that pulls out to be like a twin, a queen, whatever. They're gonna sleep on that until Dad can get the back room finished, or they can find somewhere down here to rent. So they're like family to me. Like I said, I have a lot of their legal documents. I have filed papers with the court system for them. I still have like a box of their mail that I hadn't had a chance to get with Gina to get to her within the past 2 years. Gina's either busy or I'm busy, or she doesn't have a way to get down here, or didn't have the gas money, or I didn't have a vehicle. So it's just been one of those, I'll just hold on to it. Like I've got an entire thing of their mail on the desk over there. So it's no big deal to me. And they know that, I have access to all of their banking records and their social security numbers and driver's license informations and all that kind of stuff. And she knows that I would never do anything with that stuff because that's not who I am. And she knew, like, when people used to pick on them in jail, because Gina's just a few years older than me, but she was heavy, and you know, when they first came into jail, everybody knew what their charges were, and they were alone and scared. I mean, they had each other, but thankfully they didn't separate them in the jail, so that they literally did have each other. That but so there was a lot of people that used to pick on them, and when we were segregated out, they came into the jail just before they moved us from one pod to the other. So we went from the old part of the jail to the new part of the jail at like, they'd only been there like a month and a half. But people used to get in their face. They used to cause issues with them. They used to be violent towards them, and I had finally had enough of it. I'm like, look, y'all need to back the fuck off. You know, I don't want to see people fight. I don't like seeing people fight. Unless somebody really needs their ass beat, I'll get in the middle of it and be like, enough, I'm done. You go over there, you go over there. I don't care who wants to run their fucking mouth. Both of y'all just need to shut up and go your separate ways, because if y'all start throwing some hands, I'm gonna get in the middle of it, and you're not gonna like the outcome. So they, like, people would break up fights and whatnot, unless it was somebody I absolutely hated, and I'd be like, go beat her ass, I don't care, I'm just sit here and watch. Can I get a biscuit for this? Hey, anybody got an egg? And we'd bet on it. So yeah. Or we'd bet to see how long it took the guards to finally come in. Sometimes the guards would just stand at the door and watch the fight. So so anyways, so Gina and Mama Penny will be moving in to this house with Dad and me and my brother Sunday. So this week it's been awfully busy for me. I've been working on my bike, got the bike running, got a brand new battery, spent hours working on it the other day, detailed it yesterday, took it out for a ride. It feels like somebody kicked me in the ass a few times because my hip is killing me. The reunion football homecoming rivalry game is tonight. I have to be there before 6:15. So I didn't put makeup on today. Other than brushing my hair, I haven't done anything. So I did change out of my nightgown, so that should be a bonus. It's always a plus when I put human clothes on. Well, kind of human clothes. These are like run around the house clothes. And I had these shorts on long enough for me to record a video yesterday in them, and then I took them back off because I had to put jeans on so I could go take the motorcycle for a spin and put fuel in it and make sure that everything was working properly. So, yeah. Why? I swear to God, why is it every time I paint my nails, everything wants to itch? It's like even my back is itching. I give up. I'm gonna get a ruler out here in a minute, and I can still smell the nail polish, so that means my nails are still wet. And that's like a rule of thumb for any of you that paint your nails. If you are worried about them not being dry, smell them. If it still smells like nail polish, your nails are still wet. And it doesn't smell like anything, then you're okay to either put on your second coat or touch things. I try not to touch anything, and I usually paint my nails here at my desk. I try not to paint them in the bathroom, because in the bathroom I've got the doorknob to contend with, I've got drawers, I've got anything and everything in there that I could bump into. Not only would I smear my nail polish, but I'm really good at decorating everything with nail polish. So I'm realizing really how much of a delay there is. Okay, right now it is 12:32. What is on the screen on my phone to show what's what was probably done at 12:30. So just want to give you an idea. Well, and you can see my computer screen. Okay, so tomorrow night, and I guess I need to look. I don't even know what time the event is tomorrow, so I figured I better look. No, don't click. God damn it. I hate the new logo. That is not our school logo. We actually had an orange and white hurricane looking funnel when we were in school. So there's going to be 41 people coming to the game tonight and 60 for the reunion. All right, when the hell is the reunion? After party at McGregor's Bar. Well, I won't be going to that. I don't drink. Okay, so we're going to Pisces Rising. It says 6 p.m. I looked for it the other day because I've never been there. So I better drive by it tonight to make sure I know where the hell to go. So I went ahead and paid. I only paid $20. I was like, "Do you want the 32 cents? I'll go get it." And she's like, "No, just give me the 20." That includes whatever the $20 like covers our meal and, you know, money for the waiter, that kind of thing. And let's see. Heavy appetizers, cash bar, come prepared. Well, I have exactly enough money to pay to park for the game tonight and to pay to get into the game. And I think I have like $3 extra in my wallet, and that's it. I have enough to pay for my Ipsy bag that comes out like October 1st, and I'm broke. I've got no money. So we are playing the Panthers, which Eustis has been our rival for a very long time. Mount Dora and Eustis have been like, my dad went to Eustis, my mom went to Mount Dora. So they were a huge no-no back in the day. So we've had, there's been a rivalry between the two of them since my parents were kids, if that tells you anything. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just catching up on, that's Facebook. Well, Jason is saying the same thing that I said. There's about a 2-minute delay right now because it's 12:36, and I just replied to his message on Facebook where he said 2-minute delay based on my clock. So let's see how long it takes to get to where yeah, because I'm still looking at the high school thing there. I plan on doing double braids in my hair, and yes, I will film it because it's been 2.5, almost 3 months since I did the double braids the first time, and my hair was like 4 inches shorter. So, and the funny thing is, people kept telling me when I was going to cut my hair in April, I kept telling people, come fall, my hair's going to be, you know, or come Christmas time, or before even the first of the year, my hair will be down to my shoulder blades. And just to give you an idea of how long my hair is, so right about here, if I pull it down. So, and I was saying that my hair would be about here in my back before Christmas. I ain't got much further to go, people. And yes, I can dislocate my Gotta relocate my shorts. I can dislocate my shoulders. So if you just saw me reach somewhere where most people can't, it's because I can do this. I can do it to both shoulders. I can pop my arms place. I can even do this. So yeah, I'm very flexible. Okay, I'm still waiting to get to Jason's comment here. I haven't replied to it yet, and it was 12:36 when I replied to his comment. Oh, I'm replying right now. It is 12:38 right now. So yeah, it's a 2-minute delay from what I say to what you guys see. Okay, so housekeeping stuff done. I do have a box down here that was sent from my mom. I don't know what's in it other than like manila envelope things. It doesn't look like there's anything but those in there. Last time she sent a package, it had like my baby book in it, and it had like every photo ever taken of me, every handmade like Mother's Day, birthday, Christmas cards that I had made for her as a kid, all sent back. The portrait that was done of me when I was a kid, that was sent back. So every time, any like school pictures, any achievements, any certificates that I won over the years, any like acclaim things, anything that I had ever won, anything that I had ever done, copies of my ballet stuff. I got like videotapes back of my days when I used to do ballet and tap and jazz and gymnastics, and shows that I had done, like the plays, the different plays that I was in when I was a kid, any singing events that I did that was recorded, all of that. I got all of it back. So I don't know what's in this box. So once I get done with this list, we can go through the box. And it's about, because this color is too dark and this color is too light, hopefully with me painting this over the darker color, it will make the color a little bit closer to what I want. At least that was my, thought process. Oh, there I go, rearranging my shorts. Okay, so 3 hours ago, let's see, 9, 10, 11, 12, yeah, 3 hours ago was my official birthday. On the nose, it's 12:40. I was born at 9:40 in the morning. I am officially 39 years old now. And this is making it more like peachy looking. It's more peachy looking. Oh well. It's lighter, that's what I wanted. It just said that it was 12:38. It's 12:41 right now. Liar. So, other than a few Facebook messages and my friend Jason wishing me a happy birthday 3 minutes late. Now, granted, it wasn't technically late because he did wish me a happy birthday just a little after midnight last night before I went and passed out because I was tired. I didn't even game last night, if that tells you how bad things were. And right now, I know I've got a lot of stuff on my machine running. I've got 158 pictures that are converting. I've got 80 of them converted so far. So about half. I had just moved a bunch of video files this morning. I'm like pulling stuff off of one of my SD cards that goes in my big camera. I finally found my tank bag. I couldn't find it. Looked in my room, looked out here, looked in the foyer, looked in the bathroom, went through my closet trying to find it, and found it in the kitchen. Why it was in the kitchen? I don't know. What it was doing in the kitchen? I don't know, but I found not only a Phillips head screwdriver in it, but I also found a flathead screwdriver in it, so I thought that was interesting. I don't know if maybe I had taken it off to work on the bike or what. But I need to go through my tank bag and make sure, like, I keep miscellaneous things in there for emergencies. I have, like, my riding gloves are in there, a flashlight just in case, you know, you break down or something. So, riding gloves, flashlight, that still works. Extra pair of glasses, these are clear. And then I have like a little medic kit. It should have a sewing kit in here too. Let's see, I've got lotion, alcohol prep pads, band-aids, tweezers, eye drops, Q-tips, panty liner. You'd be surprised at what those things are good for. I've got like the little cleanie pad things. And I've got Germix antibacterial wipes. I've got a toothpick. I've got a hair tie in here. A couple of cotton balls. I probably ought to change out the cotton balls because they're looking a little rough. Got some iodine pads. It's just a little medic kit that I carry. Somewhere in here there should be, I'm gonna have to go through it. Somewhere in here there should be a like miniature sewing kit. If not, I'll have to pull the one from my purse because I like to have things like that in my motorcycle bag because you never know what's going to happen. Like, I keep these are for my kickstand. I always have a pen. I always have a lighter. It works. The only thing is I don't have a pad of paper in here like I usually do. So I'm going to have to add that. But I always try and keep like a little bit of everything as like a necessity thing. When you're on a motorcycle, number one, I don't carry a purse. I have a purse. I got one right there. But usually when I walk out the door, no matter if I'm driving a car or a bike, I just grab my wallet. I love this wallet. It's an XOXO. I initially went in to get a Dooney and Burke. I wanted the crayon collection from Dooney and Burke. But I stood at the Dooney and Burke counter for like an hour, and every employee that walked by looked at me and went, I'm like, can I get some? And they look at you, and the look says, so I'm like, okay. So I went wandering around the Macy's in Sanford and found the XOXO section, and the woman there was actually helpful. So I ended up picking up this wallet and a matching little like bag to go with it. And then when I walked by the Dooney and Burke counter, I was like, as I walked by, I mean, like I had the money, I was going to buy it, but like they kept giving me the fuck you look. So I'm like, I should have just walked out of the store and not bought anything, but it was Christmas time for me. Actually, it was Christmas Eve. I had just done a 7-hour color correction on this woman's waist length hair, and she gave me like a $400 tip. I was shocked. And yes, the money was real. I was super shocked. So with the money that I earned for that, plus, you know, she paid like $250 for her service. And I had to strip old color. I had to do a conditioning treatment on her hair. And she was, I don't know if it was my daughter that made her have like a good, because my daughter was with me at the salon because daycares were closed. It was Christmas Eve. And I was the only one working in the salon. So in between her like treatments, I was like doing haircuts and blowouts and all that kind of stuff. But every time like I had laundry that needed to be folded, my daughter would put the laundry in the middle chair and she'd sit on one side and she would like fold towels and stuff. And I had her sitting at the shampoo bowl with a conditioning treatment on at one point. I had just taken her out of the dryer because I did like a deep conditioning heat treatment. And I had her sitting there to like cool off before I rinsed her hair before I went on to the next step. And she was just sitting there talking to my daughter. My daughter was like 3 at the time. And she was like giggling, and she would reach over and she'd grab a towel and she'd start, you know, she's just a customer. She didn't, I kept telling her, I said, you don't have to fold towels. She goes, no, but I'm enjoying myself. So anyway, she spent about 7 hours of my workday with me, and kept my daughter quite entertained. That was fun. So yeah, when I leave the house, usually I've got like a frozen or mostly frozen bottle of ice water. And then my jacket, it's in the foyer right now. My full face helmet, usually my regular glasses just in case I need them, and then my my sunglasses. Even though I have a sun visor that's built into my helmet. Okay, I don't know if anybody's even watching this stream. Am I just talking to my damn self? Wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I do it all the time. Okay, so I guess we'll get into the birthday wish list now that it is 12:48. I've been streaming for, I don't know, half an hour. I think. Let me look. It should tell me. .3% drop frame rate. That's not bad. My FPS sucks. Oh. Oh, it might show me here. Nope. I thought it would show it here. By the way, this is what our dashboard looks like on YouTube. This is the new... I hate it. This was originally called the beta version, and every time I go into Classic, it puts me back on this crap. Again, I hate it. I don't like it at all. It does give you more stats and stuff, but the other side is so much easier to maneuver than this one, and a lot of creators hate this side. Like, this is a video that went up at 5 yesterday. It tells me how long since it was published. Tells me my ranking, like my last 10 videos, where it ranks on that, how many views I've gotten, how long somebody actually stays on the video, how many minutes have been watched. It tells me like ups or downs, you know, tells me the comments, that kind of thing. And my subscriber count, as you can see, is in the negative. I've lost supposedly 18 in the past 28 days. Actually, I've lost more than that because I've gained some. What's Jason saying? So, a lot of them keep saying like closed accounts when I look to see why subscribers have left. That's okay. I mean, it doesn't really matter to me. I honestly don't give a crap about subscriber numbers anymore. I gave up. Well, at least Jason's here. Okay. Birthday wish list. Again, 12:50 p.m. I will stop complaining about life. I haven't even discussed my health today, but, you know, gotta save something for another video. I like painting half my finger. So I wrote this blog almost 10 days ago. And I was going to record this as a video and put the photos in and discuss everything. And then I got busy. And I was so busy. I was filming, editing, uploading, all that kind of fun stuff. So I never got a chance to film, edit, and upload the wish list video, even though I wrote the blog for this like the 19th. So yeah. These are just a few items. The blog has been up for a while. I don't know how I'm here. I'm out. See if Jason can post that link for me. Because unless I go to my channel and try and find the live stream. Oh, this is another thing with the YouTube Studio thing. You cannot get, like, you click to go to your profile, like it says click to view channel on YouTube. It goes, you cannot view, like, YouTube at all here. So you have to do this in order to actually view YouTube. And it sucks. I hate it. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. I just touched my nail. I'm not freaked out. was like, there's my live stream. Yay. Alright, let me mute myself. Hello? Ooh. You there yet? Thanks, Jason. Alright, it's already muted. That's good. Hello? What are you blinking at me for? Oh. Well, I think it's my birthday today. Because my iPad thinks it is. Multiple times. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 notifications from my iPad to wish me a happy birthday. At least my iPad loves me. It better. It's a $1,000 machine in my lap. Alright. Birthday wish list. I gotta paint the other hand. There are makeup items, skincare items, hair care items, clothing, shoes, Amazon wish list things, desk items, and then like yesterday I added a few more at the very bottom. But a lot of it is like, you know, makeup. So when I sat down, like I did the year before, I sat down and pulled things that I was interested in getting for my birthday and why I wanted them. These are things that when I have the money, I will be buying them myself. So if somebody wants to buy them for me and have them shipped to me, I'm completely okay with that. If you want to send me money via like Cash App or the PayPal, go.me, whatever stuff, so that I can just buy it for myself, then that's fantastic as well. The Amazon, all of my Amazon wishlist links are also on this blog, so that if you are interested in like just buying something off of Amazon for me, all of the wish lists should be set up with not only my shipping information, but my phone number, my birth date, that kind of stuff. Anything that Amazon would require before, you know, something is shipped out. Why am I spinning? Oh, that must be my... Alright, that must be when I was loading the live stream, so I could leave the comment. So, I tried to think of like every avenue. I don't know. Yeah, the PayPal link is on here. Also on Patreon. You can go to Patreon. Let me just open the link. And I made sure that all of the links, if you click on any of them, it'll open like a new tab. So if you're on like your phone or a computer, then it'll automatically pop open a new window. So now when you go to Patreon, for those that don't know, this is like a monthly obligation thing, but you can always change that. If you, and I went through and reworked all of this like months ago. Ken was set up for like $5 a month, and something happened. It wasn't like set up right or something before, and so even though he set it up for $5, when I changed when I redid everything and he helped me reword and rework everything on my Patreon, somehow or another it only went down to like $4 a month. So how that worked, I don't know. So I do have different tiers, but if you want to do like a one-time donation, say you want to do 20 bucks, okay, you click join tier, you know, join that tier, which is my ladybugs, and all the pictures that are on there are pictures that I personally have taken. So if you're wondering about like the frog, the lizard, the ladybug, the dragonfly, I took all of those pictures. Okay, so if you come here, you know, you've got different like payment methods. Of course, my PayPal is right there. It'll ask you for your shipping address because there are things with each tier. There's a few that will require your address. And like this one here, you'll get like a handmade thing of jewelry, and I'll ship it out. So you can also click the I prefer not to receive benefits thing, so that way you don't have to put your address in, because I've had people ask. So you can set this up like now, and it says like in 3 days you'll be charged whatever. I don't think it'll charge you for like September and then October, like a couple days later. But what you do is you click confirm. Okay, that won't work. You can also do a credit card as well. But you can change the amount up here. Right? Okay, so it will charge you for this month, and then in 3 days, because October rolls over in 3 days, you'll be charged again. Now, what you do once you do this and you submit it, you come back in here to your like account. You'll go to my memberships on your account, which is at the top right, and I don't have any, so this should be blank. You'll go here, and then once you've made like your one-time payment and you don't want to be like a monthly member, all you have to do is come here to your active memberships and click cancel. So it'll charge you for like the initial amount that you set in there, but then if you hit cancel, like say give it 10 minutes or whatever, hit cancel, it'll ask you if you want to cancel your subscription for like, you know, or the next month, or if you want to like postpone it for a month or something like that. Once you do that, it'll like cancel it. So as of October 1st, you won't be charged that amount again. So that's how you get away with using Patreon to do a one-time payment. If you want to do like a continuing payment, then you just kind of leave it on there and it'll charge you X amount of money per month. And you can also go in there and edit it and change like how much you want to donate a month. If you want to go and do like a one-time payment of $20 and like the next month you only want to be charged $1, you just either click to change your tier, or you just click delete out the twos, you know, the 2 and the 0, and just put 1, so that it goes from $20 to $1, and then you just save the information. So hopefully that's helpful for somebody who wants to do like a one-time donation and they don't have PayPal. I do have the PayPal link here. It didn't pop the link out. Brack. Okay, so this is the PayPal thing. It'll just, you know, allow you to send me money directly through PayPal. But my email address is also on there. This is my business email address. But those are ways that if you don't want to like buy me something directly, and then have to worry about getting my address and then shipping it to me, if you want to allow me to buy the product, and you can specify what the money is for or what you want me to spend it on, and I'm okay with that. Like right now, what I would be doing is saving the money to buy a new video card for my computer, because my video card is on its last leg. Oh, shit, I just touched my thumb. And I always color outside the lines, even when I'm on paper, so I always have an orange wood stick at my desk for when I paint my nails. And it's also really good for scratching. It's what, about 8 inches long, gives me enough length to scratch things that I don't feel like bending my arms backwards to get at. Yep, I did touch my nail and there's a cat hair on it. Yay. Sucker stuck in there good. Oh, I got it. Surprised. All right, so my friend Shelly from Geek Out of Water, that's her channel name, she's been talking about these alter ego palettes, and I know more about this company than I'm allowed to say, but let's just say that they were another brand before this. Well, this is a new brand, but the people that work for them used to work for another brand. And so they were well known for doing knockoffs and dupe type palettes. And I have always enjoyed the look of like the rose gold palette from the Huda Beauty. And then when she came out with the new nudes or something like that, the nudes palette, I thought it was beautiful. But after trying the Mauve Obsessions palette from Huda Beauty, I am no longer interested in buying from the company. That, and I don't quite care for her message, her lack of inclusivity, and the fact that she thinks that you have to modify your body to please a man. Those of you that know me know that if a man doesn't like me for who I am and what I look like and how I am as I am, then he can hit the road, because I don't put up with that shit. No man will ever tell me what I can do with my hair, my makeup, or my clothing, and if a man does try, trust me, he gets a verbal slap upside the head a few times. And if he continues with his bullshit, he might just get a physical slap upside the head for trying to push his luck. Because even my father, my biological father, who I live with, does not have the right to tell me what to wear. As a child, yes. As under the age of 18, yes, your parents have every right to tell you what you can and cannot wear until you are of age. But once you become an adult, everybody who had the ability to tell you who, what, where, why, and when before you were of age ceases to be relevant. Now, granted, if your parents prefer that you not dress a certain way after you hit 18 and you would like to respect their wishes, then that's on you. I don't dress like I'm dressed right now. Other than running around the yard, I won't go out in public like this. Fuck that. Half my ass is hanging out of these shorts. I, number one, don't want the negative attention from male onlookers. But two, I don't feel comfortable being dressed half naked. Unless I'm like at a water-ish type place, like, you know, somewhere I'm gonna go swimming. I just painted my damn knee. Good job, Rebecca. All right. Not only are you painting half your finger, I just painted my knee again. So, unless I'm like somewhere where I'm going to be swimming and I need something like a bathing suit, or I'm going to a water park where it's going to be a hot day, I'm going to be wearing shorts and a tank top and probably a bikini underneath of it. But other than like those kinds of circumstances, which very rarely happen to me because I haven't been to a theme park since the 80s, you won't catch me dressed inappropriately, ever. And the shorts that I have on right now are what I wear under my dresses and my skirts. Because there are creeps that like to walk around and record what's underneath of those things. And if I ever catch a mofo doing that, he's going to get hit. Sounds like something's fighting. Okay, I think I've got all of them painted. Fuck, I touched one. I got a bloop missing out of this now. Maybe I saved it. Fingers crossed. Okay, so back to the Alter Ego palette. This is a dupe of the Huda Beauty Nudes palette. It's an $18 eyeshadow palette. I think it's an 18 color eyeshadow palette. The eyeshadows are basically $1 a piece. Who's messaging me now? Kick him to the curb, right? Jason knows me too well. He knows I don't put up with shit. But it's called the Daydream Eyeshadow Collection, and I think this is one of the 3 that Shelly had tried, and she liked it. I know Raw Beauty Christy also tried this palette, and she liked it. And let's see, Allie Glines did a comparison between this one and the original, like the real Huda palette. And this palette performed better than the Huda palette. And I was like, yes! So I was like, I want this one. But it is an $18 palette. It is very neutral, but I like berry tones. Now, I did create a look yesterday with my Coastal Scents Revealed 2. I don't know if they still sell it. Oops. I put a space in and I didn't realize it. Bad habit. Alright, let's see if they have the revealed 2 on here so I can show it to you. And do a side by side. And I think I bought my revealed 2 off of Ipsy. Here it is. I think this one might be 18 colors as well. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So no, it's a 20 shadow. And this one sells for 20, but I think I got mine for like 8 or 12 off of Ipsy. But I just wanted to show you the color story of it. No, get off my screen. Go away. Alright. I hate these pop-up things. Drive me nuts. So this is the color story for the revealed 2. Okay, I will allow that one. For the revealed 2. Let me move you over here. This is the Daydream palette. So there's only a couple light shades in this one, and both of them are shimmers. So this one, I guess, is the concealer shade, and you've got these. These all look like matte shades. This one and this one look like matte shades, but this one doesn't go as deep as this one because this one's got a burgundy shade. It's got the black burgundy, the black with glitter, which is like purple glitter. You've got like another like maroonish shade. You've got this eggplant purplish color. And this here is darker than it actually is in person. It's actually a lighter, like neutral toned taupe shade. So it's more this, yes, you have all the lighter shades at the top, and then you've got a few minus this one that's lighter in here that's very similar to this palette. But this palette's also more like peachy / rose / dusty rose kind of shades. Excuse me. Whereas this one is a lot of like mauves and purples on the bottom, and then like your lighter like pinks on the top. There's only like a couple of shades in here I would even consider to be like peachy. So yes, I own this. I still use this. I used it yesterday. But I like this one as well. This is like a lighter version of it, and it's actually cheaper. And I do believe that they do like money off on occasion for this website. So let me, since this is the one we're talking about, I will go ahead and copy that link into chat. So this is the first item on my wish list. Then we have the ColourPop So Jaded palette. I had talked to Sylvia about this. She wants this for Christmas, and I had to agree. I'll go ahead and open the link for it as well. And I will copy the information. This is a beautiful palette, but I want to see if I can get a bigger picture of it through ColourPop. I'll go ahead and close this. Can I make you bigger? No? Maybe. At least I can scroll down and you can see the colors. Looking at this, I only see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 matte shades. And what is this? 30? Yeah, 30 colors. So 16 shimmers to 14 mattes, and 2 of the shimmers are technically glitters. Oh, it looks like there's 3. 1, 2, 3, possibly 4 glitters. That jade shade is disgusting. That looks like something my daughter would have produced after eating peas. That's disgusting. Might be pretty on the eye, but oh my god, that's an ugly that's an ugly shade. Alright, Sapphire is pretty, Amethyst is pretty, Alexandrite actually needs to not be so warm, but you know. Smoky Quartz, that's not Smoky Quartz, that's like Rose Quartz right there, but you know, maybe she doesn't know her gemstones. Smoky Quartz is a gray brown shade. And if I need to start pulling out gemstones, I will. Oh, a diamond shade that looks like a champagne color. Yeah, no. Diamond should be white. Moonstone should be an iridescent, like, violet white shade. Fluorite actually is purple, green, and white, so they could have done like a duochrome with fluorite. So it shifts from like purple to green or green to purple. Rose quartz is too dark, but that's okay. Ruby isn't dark enough. But it looks like rose quartz and royal jewels are matte shades. Jade is a matte. Sapphire looks matte. Then we have my precious, citrine, garnet, and ametrine, which are all matte shades. Citrine has too much orange in it, but I guess it's okay. Garnet's about right. Ametrine is too pink. Ametrine's not that color, but that's okay. My precious reminds me of Lord of the Rings. Then we have You're a Gem, which looks matte, and then the rest of those are shimmers. It looks like opal and topaz have asterisks on them, so I'm guessing those are glitter shades. Because I know there was a few of them in here. Peridot is too yellow. It needs to be more green. Geodude is a matte. Carnelian is actually spot on color-wise. It's a matte. Stoned jasper and turquoise all look like mattes. Onyx is a pretty color, but it's not quite black enough. And then looks like we're back at the beginning pictures. It is a beautiful palette. Absolutely a stunning palette. There you go. That way you can see it better. I am interested in this. It's like 30 bucks, I think. $39. So it's about the price of a Morphe palette that's also a 30 color palette, whatever. Whoops. Can I edit? Nope, I can't edit that. It like ran everything together. I don't know. Oh, well. Yeah, no, the first link kind of messed up too. It like ran everything together instead of like putting a space in between the link and the name. There's the other link. But it is beautiful. I do want it. I know Sylvia wants it as well. And let's see, it's like 6 p.m. where she's at right now. So I haven't talked to her in a few days, but she's been busy. The other one is from ColourPop, is the Fame Pressed Powder Eyeshadow. It is a very cool toned, another one I didn't do a link right. So that's 2 so far. I thought I had them all fixed. Why this is coming to Ulta instead of the ColourPop website, it's okay. But it is a very neutral, cool-toned palette, but I prefer cool-toned eyeshadows. I do not like these color, like out of these 2 colors here, I would prefer not to wear this one. I'd prefer to wear this one because this matches my skin better. But I also like wearing the bright, bold ones too. It's just, this is what I would go for, if that makes sense. Like, I like my purples and my dusty shades and my grayish colored things, and so this is like completely up my alley here with these like dusty mauves. And this is also very similar to my Coastal Scents Revealed 2, but this has more like warm or like brown tones in it and more like neutral toned shimmers, whereas the Revealed 2 has a bunch of like pink, peach, and purple shimmers in it. Looks like this one's got one eggplant purple matte shade and a purple shimmer. Looks gray. So there might be a couple of shades in here that would be similar to the Revealed 2, and again, a couple of shades that would be similar to the Alter Ego palette. And this one here is $23. Now, I know you can still get this one on the ColourPop website, and ColourPop does have like sales and whatnot every so often, so you could probably get it at a discount. They do have like a 2 set of the palette, like the combo. Let me actually just go back to the ColourPop website. because the last time I knew, I think it was Fame and Fortune that came in a combo like set at the same time. Oh. Oh, looks like ColourPop has changed their layout since I was on it last. Oh. I still like the rainbow palette. And I like the lilac hue a lot. And the funny thing is they were talking about this Baby Got Peach, kind of like a short diatribe here for a minute. They swatched the Sweet Talk palette, and then somebody swatched the Baby Got Peach next to it. These are like, have a lot of very, very similar shades. So if you have Sweet Talk, you don't need Baby Got Peach. But if you don't have either of them, to be honest, I'd go with Sweet Talk because you get 9 in the one and you get, what, 12 in the other? Let's see, 3 times 4. Yep, you get 12 shades in the other. So you get, you get 3 more shades for $6 more in the Sweet Talk palette than you do with the Baby Got Peach. It's just my take on that. See, a lot of these palettes don't really like appeal to me. Like this one here, it's really pretty. I like it. I did have it on a wish list before, but if you take the 2 greens out of there, it's just a very neutral, like peachy, warm toned palette. Kind of like what this one says. Whatever. This one here is ugly. And it has the pop of blue in it. That Brunch Date palette, I would never buy that. I would buy the one underneath of it first. To give it to me straight. It's almost the exact same damn shades. Look at that. And they put it right above the other. That looks almost like the exact same shades. Only difference is the other palette has a blue in it. So you know what? If you like that, just go and buy, what is it, Tiki? Or something like that. They have a blue shade that looks like that. You can just buy it in a single. Are we there yet? No more products. Where's the Fame and Fortune palette then? I didn't see it. Perception. Did they get rid of it? Maybe that's why it's on Ulta? What the hell, man? When I looked the other day, I actually pulled the picture from ColourPop's website. Looks like they got rid of Fame and Fortune off of here. I don't see it. Let's see if it's under sets. Because I don't think they have like a sales section on their website. There's Fame. It's out of stock, and it was on sale for $13.80. So they did mark it down. I still like it. Oh wait. Okay, so that's the Fortune palette. I do like it. I do want it. Then we have the Suva Beauty. This is a Space Panda highlighter. I did talk about this in the 18 indie brands that I wanted to try. This is their Hydra liner. I do want it. I still want it. Not only do I want it for the fact that it is a white eyeliner, but I want to be able to do like artistic looks with it. They have a ton of colors, and the good thing is with the white liner, you can mix this with any of the other shades to change the shade of the other colors. And if you look at their like Instagram, they're constantly like, they'll do a swatch. They'll do like, put a little bit of white and a little bit of white and a little bit of white and a little bit of white, and then they'll drop in like other colors. And sometimes they'll just do like one dot, and then they'll do like 2 or 3 dots here and 5 dots and then 8 dots, and then they'll mix them together and then do swatches of each of the color combinations, so that it shows you that the white with the 1 dot of, say, like pink is going to make a really like pastel, like a light pink shade, and then the next one that only has a couple of dots of pink is going to be a little bit darker of a pink shade. So the variations that you get from mixing the white with some of the other shades is really astounding. And I mean, literally just one bloop of your brush in the white can change the color that you are mixing to be, I mean, there's so many different combinations that you can get just by mixing these hydro liners, and I'm here for it. I like it. The other one, there's a couple of shades in here. I wanted the Keanu Leaves, which should be this one right here. That one's called Fanny Pack. I don't know where Keanu Leaves went. I wanted the yellow here that's called Dance Party, and these are all UV reactant as well. I want all of them, to be honest, I do. And they do have some of these that are shimmer shades. They're not all like flat matte. Quite a few of them are mattes though. There's the Keanu Leaves. Gotta look behind the camera to... I like this green better than the other one, but the other one is the fluorescent green. And I like fluorescent colors, but I don't own very many of them. And this is cool to like see what this liner looks like on the eye with it on a black light. I think that's awesome. Not like I have any black lights. I do think I still have one black light bulb somewhere, but not like I use them. But, you know, I think that it's cool that, you know, it looks this way normally, and then you've got it in case you're ever near any type of like fluorescent lighting that is black light, it'll do this, and I think that's awesome. I do. I think it's awesome. But the Silva Beauty Hydro Liners, they're $14 each. I really want the white one first, because when I do like artistic looks, I want to be able to use white like for things like clouds. That would have been handy for like my pot of gold rainbow look that I did for St. Patrick's Day this year. One of these liners would have been like, it would have been the shiz. Now into BH Cosmetics. Now, you guys know that I own quite a bit of BH Cosmetics. The majority of my eyeshadow palettes are BH Cosmetics. I actually have like 4 pulled out right now so I can do my makeup for this afternoon. They came out with the Take Me Back to Ibiza like right before I recorded the ColourPop and BH video, what I would buy. Let me let the dog out. Hey man, come on, let's go outside. It's been a while. One out, one in. You coming? Hi, baby. Did you have a nice time outside? All right, get your fur butt in the house. Don't rub on the door. You're letting skaters in. Get you, young monster. I'll get you. Big monster. Are you upside down? You're gonna get white cat hair all over my shirt, aren't you? You're a big kitty. Hang you upside down. You're buzzing. Put your feet down. No, put your feet down. There you go. I done squashed the nail. I totally forgot that hammer's still wet. Hi, BB. Alright, go eat. Go lay on the water bowl. I hate pop-ups with passion. I squashed my pinky finger. I got cat hair marks on my middle finger. I should be able to fix it. Okay, so the Take Me to Ibiza palette is just like the Take Me to Brazil. I still want the Take Me to Brazil, the Rio edition. But before I get the Rio edition, I would prefer to have this one. And the stream is just now caught up to Suva Beauty. I stopped doing that like 3 minutes ago. But this one is a 35 color eyeshadow palette, and at the bottom, instead of having the black, the white, and the iridescent shade, it has like neutral tones that you could use for, like, I don't know, erasing your mistakes or crease colors or to set your lid, that kind of thing. I think that those are handy to have in a bigger shade or a bigger pan, because those are shades that you know, some people will use more than some of the other shades. So I think that that's nice. And these palettes were so much tinier than I thought they were. I thought that they would be bigger. And when I got my Take Me Back to Brazil palette, I was shocked at how tiny it was. I mean, I really was. I thought it would be a lot bigger. But I don't know if it's the brighter tones in this that I like. You know, it has the berry shades, it's got some turquoises in there, it's got a couple of yellows, and it's like a different type of rainbow palette. It's pretty, I like it, and BH does sales all the time. Right now it's $20, but give it a week or 2 days and it might be cheaper than that. Making sure I didn't mess up any of my other nails. Let me get my other palette really quick. I just want to show you how tiny this thing is. I have a cat whisker on my desk. All right, let me get a coin out. That works. I got quarters in a nickel. Okay. So for those of you that have American money or know what American money looks like, I have a quarter and a nickel here. This is the Take Me Back to Brazil palette. This is the original one. I bought it not too long ago. But, oh, squashed my finger. There are the eyeshadows next to a quarter. And there it is next to a nickel. These shadows are, I think, the diameter of a dime. Let me see if I even have a dime in here. Probably not. Woo! Dime! It fell out. That was like perfect. Oh my god, it actually fits in the hole. Okay. A dime perfectly fits in the hole of the eyeshadow. Is that not perfect? That's so cool. Okay, so I just got navy blue on my hand. So these eyeshadows are as big around as a American 10-cent piece. But this one here, it has like an iridescent white, it has a matte black, and it has this like shifting green, white, iridescent shade. And this is a mix of mattes and shimmers. So looking at this palette here, I'm expecting it to be the same size as this, which I'm not upset with how tiny that is. I mean, for $20, you get 35 colors. You're getting quite a bit of shadows that you're never really going to run through unless you use that palette like a lot. But it's a beautiful palette. It's one that I saw it, I was like, me wants now. Me wants, me must have. Alright, let me post that palette info in the chat. Let's see. just for shits and grins, I'm going to show you the other palette. I do still want it, but I want Ibiza before I want the other one. And when I get enough money, I still have to get Virgo and Leo for the mini Zodiac palettes. I have not bought them yet because I don't have the money for them yet, but I will be buying them. I did post the first impressions, swatches, swatch comparisons, and several looks with the Cancer palette so far. It's workable. It's not my favorite BH palette. It was an early birthday gift. Thank you, Sylvia, for that. I don't hate it. It just is different than their other palettes, and I was super surprised with how it worked. So, yeah. All right, so here's the original Take Me Back to Brazil. That one's also $20. That's the one I just... That's this one right here. Size of my face. So here's Ibiza right here. That one's also $20. They're both 35 colors. And where is the Rio edition? Okay, here's the Rio edition. The Rio edition, if you look at the picture here, it is... All right, so here's the Take Me Back to Brazil. On this one, these two rows here are more vibrant reds and pinks, whereas on the first two rows on that one, it's more pastels. And then you have the orange row, which again looks more pastels. And then all the rest of this, except for a few of the blue and the purple shades, it's like a pastel version of this palette. And from what I understand, the majority of the Rio edition is shimmer shadows. So this one is a good mix of both. That one there, I think there's only a few matte shades in it, but I'm the weirdo that puts shimmer all over my eyes, so it doesn't really matter to me whether I put a shimmer in my crease or not. I'm not one of the people that follows the rules on no shimmers in the crease. I could thumb my nose at that. So that one's also $20, but like I said, they do sales quite frequently. So there's the Virgo palette. I do think it's pretty. It's a lot of warm tones with a pop of green. And then where's the Leo? Maybe I passed it already. So the next couple palettes that I will be buying from BH, unless somebody wants to gift me some, is this Virgo palette. That's on my list to buy. Where's the Ibiza palette is also on my list to buy. And let me type in Leo and see if it'll come up. Sometimes if the palette is out of stock, they like completely take it off the website. Like they hide it. Which looks like that's the case. Oh, there it is. Okay, it is out of stock. So in this one here is more like a golden palette with a pop of blue. Whereas the Virgo palette is more like bronzy, orangey with a pop of green. So neither of them are color stories that I would have picked for either of those two signs, but I guess they're work appropriate wearable palettes with a pop of oh no you didn't. So that's how I feel about that. Next item is the Juvia's Place The Magic Mini palette. Now they have the Magic Mini and the Masquerade palette. I want both. But let me close some of these tabs out. I don't want to bog my 11 skipped frame rates. Yep, I don't want to bog my computer down more than it already has to be. Where are you at now? 149. All right. So this one here, it has your neutral shades. It has some pops of red. It has a couple of like green shades, a bluish purple, and a blue. So there's like 3 greens right there, like a bluish purple, a dark purple, a purple shimmer, the pink, the gold, an orangey red, a neutral shade, a couple of neutral shades, a brighter red, and a neutral shade, a couple of silver shades. So it's pretty. The other palette that I wanted from here, which I think was on my last wish list, which is why I didn't include it here. I didn't include palettes that I've already listed as something I want to buy. I like the Warrior 3. I think it's a pretty color story. I like how vibrant the green and the yellow is in there. I do like that palette. Here's the Masquerade palette. This is a neutralish cranberry palette with a row of color. So the very top row is like blues and greens with some purples. Alright, so there's your purple and your blue. You got a warm purple and a green, another purple and a blue, a hot pink and a greenish blue. And then down here you've got some like brick red burgundy shades, your cranberry color and a like champagne, another cranberry and a warm brown and some neutral colors. So I think this one's pretty as well, but because I've included it in past, videos where I like want to buy it, that's why I didn't include it in this one, and I included the one that I did. Hey Frog. You're not late. I mean, you guys were the ones that said you wanted me to go live at noon, so I went live at noon, and no, I didn't text you. You didn't miss a text. Alright, so from Juvia's Place, they have like 3 eyeshadow palettes that I want to try. This being one of them. I only have the Deuce palette from them, and I used that in a video the other day I recorded too. Then we have Colored Rain. Now, I did talk about this palette in my indie brands that I want to try or buy more from. This was also in there, but because it's been on my like wish list for so many years, I had to put it in here. Now, this is a $42 eyeshadow palette. I have 2 shimmer shades from them, but this is a pop-up again. Oh, it's on sale for 25 bucks. Holy crap. Well, I wish I had 25 bucks. I'd buy it. I ain't got 25 bucks. Dad had to give me $10 so I could pay to put gas in the bike yesterday. It took $9.50. I had to go back in and get 50 cents back from the cashier. But because I didn't have enough money to pay for the game, to pay for the $5 to park, I literally didn't have enough money to do any of that. I had a $10 bill and a few $1 bills. And I still had to put at least $5 in the bank so that I could make sure that I had enough money in my checking account to pay for Ipsy, because I only had like $8 in my checking account. So if I had $25.20, I'd be buying this today. That is a beautiful palette. It is neutral with a couple of like purpley shades, a couple of cranberry shades. I'm not quite sure if this is a burgundy shade or not. I cannot tell. Let's see what this one looks like. I guess it's more like a bronzy shade. So you have your like neutral, like light colors that you can use for your crease and for, erasing mistakes. And you've got your neutral like shimmer shades. You have a dusty rose, terracotta color, a purple shimmer, a maroon shimmer, a purplish maroon shade, and then a bronze shade. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mattes and 4 shimmers, which is a good combo. And I have a shade that looks like this. This is a shimmer shade. Let me see, does that one have a name on it? Do you have a name, ma'am? Okay, so that's Royal Highness. I have Superstar. Hang on, let me go to their single eyeshadows. I've got 2 of their singles. One of them I've got over here. Where'd it go? Trying to mess up my nails. Where the hell did You know, I should have just gone in the bathroom and got it. This one's called Glamour. This is the new one I got in my Ipsy bag for September. And because I don't want to risk my nails, I'm going to... So here is Glamour. It is beautiful. I've even used it as a highlight. I thought it might be too dark, but it wasn't. Alright, so where is... Okay, here's Glamour here. I'll open that in a new tab. There's Superstar. That's the other shade I have. And it's a beautiful bright yellow gold. And then the other one that I was supposed to get was Who Me. So I'll load that one. Alright, so this is Who Me. It's like a darker champagne color. Looks very similar to this one here, Glamour. Let me do this. Maybe it'll be easier to see it. Alright, here's Superstar. Superstar, like I said, is a very bright yellow gold. And then here's Glamour. Alright, so there's Glamour, which is the one that's in my hand. There is the Who Me shade. So this one has a little bit... No, sir! Get off my makeup tray. What are you doing? Beat your ass. Bubby. Trapping cats. I had pulled my entire monthly makeup tray out and set it on the bathroom counter, and all I saw in the mirror was, and I kept hearing like, cats. Nosy cats. So let me go back to the palette itself. I want to mouse over that individual shade. Like I said, I do have those couple of colors. So, Glamour actually is different than both of those shades. And Who Me is the one I was supposed to get. I paid for it. I never got it. Ipsy sucks. It looks very similar to this shade. And then the other shade that I have is this bright yellow gold, which is beautiful, absolutely stunning. But yeah, these shades, other than the Who Me shade, which I don't have, is different than this palette here. So I wouldn't have like crossovers in color. So there's that one. I'm tired of seeing this. Go away. Alright, so now we get into a couple of things from Amazon, and I did put a couple of things here from Amazon, and then usually like further down on the list I did like a dedicated like Amazon section. Got a cat hair on my nail. This whole nail is like dorked up really bad. It's my fault. Alright, so this is an IKEA design. It's not IKEA. It's an acrylic jewelry makeup drawer organizer. And what I had planned on doing was like my makeup tray that I use every day that has like my blush, my bronzer, my lip products, mascaras, that kind of stuff. The stuff that I pulled to use every month for my monthly makeup rotation. This is what I wanted this for. Now, granted, this is $40, which is way out of my price range. They do have them that have less stacks that are cheaper, but I figured this would be a good way for me to put everything in like one spot on the counter, because there's a few things that don't fit in that tray that it would be nice to have like all in one spot. And they do come in different colors as well. There's like a whole bunch of like different options on here. But this is the one I specifically wanted because it did have different sections, like if you look, there's 4 different segments to this. And if I can get the picture to, enlarge. There we go. So if you look, there's a section down here. There's a middle section with the 3 drawers, and then this section that has the 2 little drawers and 2 bigger drawers. Then you got a spot for like lipsticks and you know, other things up here, which is exactly what I would use it for, is like lipsticks and stuff. In the drawers, I'd put like blushes in one, bronzers in another, highlighters, and then whatever loose shadows that I pulled for that month would go in the other ones. And then there's a section down here that's a little bit bigger, just in case I got something that's fat that don't fit in. Or maybe I could start pulling jewelry. I don't very rarely wear my jewelry. I have jewelry. I just don't wear it because it's in my bedroom and I forget about it. I moved it out of the bathroom after my cousin stole my diamond and sapphire 14 karat gold earrings. They were 18 karat that my dad bought me for my 18th birthday. Once that bitch stole my jewelry, she stole my Mikimoto pearl necklace that I had been gifted when I was 18. It was just it was a 5mm round single pearl, but a 5mm round single Mikimoto Japanese pearl is very expensive, and it was on a solid, you know, it was on a 14 karat gold 16-inch chain that was like a 0.5mm chain. It was a very, very delicate chain, and like I said, it was a birthday gift when I turned 18, and the bitch stole that too, so yeah. I don't have very much nice jewelry anymore. Oh, she even stole the necklace that Takeda gave me. When I looked for it again recently, I couldn't find it, so I'm guessing that's where that walked off to. Alright, so this one here, it has the dimensions of the small drawers, the large drawer, and the square drawer. It looks like it's about it's 16 inches tall and 9¼ inches wide. So this would go on my like bathroom counter anyways. But that's the acrylic tray at the top. I like it. And then this shows you how they segment the different sections. And then they've got pictures of it, you know, with product in it. I didn't think about putting my sponges in it. But this is about what I would do with it, minus the Eiffel Tower. But this is what I wanted to do it with. Do it for. Use it. So I will paste the link to that in chat, so now you know what the hell I'm talking about. And like I said, all of this is on like my blog, and it should be added to my wish list. Let me make sure it's added to the right wish list. It'll be under tools and brushes on my wish list. But that's on my it's on my wish list. It has been for a while. I think I probably put it in another section. Then we have the Adept palette. This is a magnetic palette. I initially saw Shelly, and again, a geek out of water. She's a friend of mine. She's from Virginia. She talked about this palette in one of her videos. She did a sponsored video with them. They won't give me the time of day, even when I've commented on Shelly's posts about wanting the palette. Adept's like, well, use code Shelly to save 15% off. I'm like, why can't I get a sponsorship? She got a sponsorship from them when she had like 4,000 subscribers. So they don't like me, I guess. And every time I've ever commented on anybody's posts, like Bailey, when Bailey posts on Instagram, anything like that, and I comment on it, they always comment back to me. And, they're like, use code such and such to save money. I'm like, after I just put, I wish I had the money to buy this, but I have no income. So like, really, people? But anyways, so Shelly got this as a sponsored video product. They sent it to her. It has 2 different sides. I know Angelica Nyquist also has this palette. It's nice because it has the divider. The one that Bailey has like 2 dividers over it. So you can like put, I mean, the thing's like freaking huge. But you can put like your face powders and your bronzers and your blushes and stuff all on one side, and then put your eyeshadows and stuff in the other. It's a really nice like idea. I think I just had picked the black one. They have one that's blue, and then they have one that's either pink or red. Actually, that one's beige. So, excuse me, it's called Sorta Pink. It's the color listed on Amazon. Sort of pink my ass. I guess it is kind of pink. What's this one? Supersonic Punch. You could have just put fuchsia. And then this one's called Singularity. In other words, it's black. But they actually have pictures of it with product in it. And I mean, I follow them on Instagram. But you can get like quite a bit of product in this palette. Like quite a bit. And they have really, pretty decent ratings. They do sell different products on Amazon. Let me just do it this way. There we go. They have the ones that fold, like this one will fold up over this one and the mirror goes down. They have one that's like the one I just showed you that is bigger than that. Like they have one that's a lot bigger. I mean, they have one that's like this freaking big. I'm not seeing the one. They might have changed things. They have this one here that folds in like this, and well, the mirror folds down first and then the top of it folds over it to protect the shadows on each layer. I don't like that idea. I like this one here with the plastic divider so that you can flip it whenever you're in one side versus the other. I don't always need a mirror in my palettes. But, So that's one of the other Amazon things. I don't think Adept Cosmetics has their own, like, website. And so I think that's why they only sell on Amazon. Now on to the next item. This is actually the book that Sylvia uses when she helps me out with the astrology stuff. This is the book that she has been translating from Portuguese to English for me. And she's like, oh, it's an awesome book. You would get a lot of use out of it. She's like, you really, would enjoy it, that kind of thing. And because I don't have a Kindle, I bought a Kindle. I gave it to my dad to use when he was in the hospital for his surgeries and stuff a few years back. And he's now confiscated it. It's his now. So I spent like $119 total on that damn Kindle, and it now belongs to my dad. The shit. I had to just buy one off of his account for me to pay me back for it, but no. So he absconded with my Kindle. I don't have a Kindle. I have my iPad, but I don't think you can use Kindle stuff on it. And I don't have like the monthly plan or anything like that. So I prefer actually getting a physical hard copy of the book. But here's the image that they have provided. But it looks really nice. It's one that, like I said, Sylvia uses, and I've been interested in it since she started talking to me about it, and so that's why it's on the list. And it's not that expensive. It's like 14 bucks. Then we get into skincare stuff. Now, I have I think a 1 ounce or a 2 ounce bottle of the Elemis Superfood Face Wash. I didn't do anything to my face today. I haven't washed it. I haven't done any skincare. I'm not worried about it until later. This is the face wash that I use when I first get up in the morning and I'm like completely dragging ass, that I need to go to my face. This face wash does that, but it's quite expensive. It's like 25 bucks just for this face wash. I also have a full size of the regular like mask, the Superfood whatever face mask. It's very hydrating. I like it. It's in my like regular rotation like makeup bag. It's a regular mask, not a sheet mask. So I prefer those. I like using that and then using the mask right after, because it's kind of like a double punch to your face. And the other mask is gentle enough on my skin that I could probably use it 3 times a week and get away with doing it. I don't, but I could. So this is, there's a few products that Elemis makes that I would enjoy getting. And I think that they have, let me open the link. I think that you can get like kits for Elemis so that you can try out like a variety of their products. Usually a lot of these I pulled information from like Ulta because that's where I usually shop. I've very rarely, if ever, look at Sephora because I don't shop at Sephora. Let me look. But $25 for a face wash to me is quite expensive. But then again, I own the Peter Thomas Roth. I have a full size of that, and that's the one that I use usually at night to take like makeup and stuff off. It helps with like breakouts. So, all right. There was a kit up there, but it's not the right one. I need the superfood line. The Vital Veggie face mask is the one that I have. They have a black currant jelly exfoliator. They have a night cream, a facial oil, all in the superfood line. Do you guys got a kit? No? Yes, maybe. There's a peptide kit. Best selling, but this is not the right packaging. The superfood stuff is green. They've like color coded their products so that like blue is for hydrating and purple is for anti-aging and the green is the superfood. So that way you know that if your tube like is this blue, it says instant refreshing muscle reviving body whatever, muscle release active body oil, cellutox active body oil. So those are all like muscle type things in the blue packaging there. Then you've got this one here that's pro collagen, muscle super soak, pro collagen. So pro collagen's in this like sea foamy blue green color. Then you have the peptide stuff in the purple, which is like anti-aging. So they've tried to like put everything in like color categories so that it makes it easier for you to figure out what products belong in what set, which is I think a really good idea. But I enjoy my Elemis products. All right. The next is the Laneige sleeping mask. Now, I've heard mixed reviews by this, and because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I have an EOS lip balm and a chapstick sitting here at my desk. In the bathroom, I've got like 5 or 6 different things in there that I use. Like, I'll just grab one out of the drawer, use it, put it back, you know, walk off. I always have a lip balm with me somewhere. My lips are always dry. They always feel dry. I always have something on them. I'm a chapstick fiend. So that's why I wanted this. They have the original. Then they have, what is this, coconut? No, that's vanilla. Vanilla wouldn't be bad. Then you have apple lime. That would probably be disgusting. I don't know if Laneige makes other things or not than just this lip sleeping mask thing, but I've heard so many people like rave review about it that I honestly, I'm interested. I hate like coconut fragrances, cucumber fragrances, crap like that. I don't like at all. Oh, looks like they got some face creams too. Lip glowy balm, eye sleeping masks. I didn't know they had skincare. Normal to dry, combination to oily. Okay, well, they've got skincare too. And it's all mid-priced. It's not too bad. 25, 38, 18, 38, 34. So it's not like a high-end where you're going to be paying like $80 for a thing of skincare. So this is a mid-range price range for skincare. It's not too bad. I don't know what the products are like because I don't have anything else from them, I don't think. I think I might have gotten a moisturizer from an Ipsy that was Laneige. I think. Let me look. Now I'm curious. instead of standing in there digging around in here, I figured I'd just bring the whole damn thing out here. Because it's in here. Okay, so here's my Elemis, the mask, and then here's the little face wash that I was just talking about. And I'm almost out of the face wash. Oh, this is Laneige. I thought I got something like this. This is the moisture cream. Water bank. I don't think I've ever used it. I think I took the condom off of it so I could smell it or do a patch test, but other than that, I don't think I've used it. My hands are like super dry right now. Everything on me is super dry right now. Got a really light fragrance. Kind of like water lily. It's nice. I'll have to remember to try it. Got a bunch of little things all falling down in here. This is like my skincare basket. It has like everything, like all the little tester sizes that I get from like Ipsy are in here. My deodorant is also in here. And yes, that's a glass bottle that you heard blinking. This is actually the moisturizer I've been using. This is the Pretty Filter Waterful Glow Cream. This is from Touch and Soul. I love this product. It's like $30-something. I was just talking about this to Denise the other day, and this is the one that I mainly use. And then I have the Ultra Repair Cream from First Aid Beauty. These are the ones that I really enjoy using the most. But this is one I bought a while back. That's the It Confidence in a Cream. This burns my skin. It makes my whole face burn. I don't know if it's because it's got denatured alcohol in it or what, but it makes my face burn. The Murad is a sample I got from Ipsy this month. It's an okay moisturizer. Is it super hydrating? No. Do I hate it? Not really. I just don't. It doesn't really do much for me. The Belief products, the Aqua Balm burns my skin, and the Moisturizing Eye Balm has a tendency to also burn my skin. So whatever it is in the Belief products that smells like citrus makes my skin burn. And there's the deodorant I'm testing out right now. Anyways, this is what I've been using. The only downside to this so far is like when I sweat, I get like white sweat marks on my shirts, but I don't really give a shit about those. If somebody's gonna be staring at my damn armpits, there's something wrong with them. Just like the fucking weirdo the other day that was on my live stream that made a comment about, I bet your armpits smell good. I was waiting for I want to sniff them. I want to bury my face in your armpits. I'm like, where are all these weird fetish people coming from? Go away. Go kill yourself. I don't know. I don't understand weird fetish crap. It doesn't make any sense to me. But like, just go somewhere else with those thoughts. I don't need to hear them. I don't care what you think my armpits smell like. I think that's weird. Weirdo. All right. Well, it says I have 4 watchers. Jason just realized Frog was in here. Well, it says there's 4 people watching, but I only know about me. I count as 1, Jason counts as 1, and Frog counts as 1. So there's one other person watching this stream that hasn't said hi yet. So, all right, moving on. This is the Origins. I have a couple of Origins products. I've never tried anything from Origins. So I'm curious about their products. I mean, I did know about the stuff that happened with their founder and how disturbed he was, and I feel sorry for people that have to go through stuff like that do not have the resources or the help to overcome those things, because going through any type of mental difficulties can be hard on not only the person but their loved ones and everybody that is around them. And I think everybody should have access to mental health care, period. I don't care if you're a present addict or a past addict or never been an addict. I think everybody should have access to the medical care that they need for mental health. So I'm just going to leave that there. But this is one of their niacinamide creams. I have seen a few people talk about their products. Wayne Goss just talked about, like, he did a whole video on the Ordinary products like years ago, and he was saying how the niacinamide helps with like retaining moisture in the skin, and that was one of the reasons why I wanted to try it, was for just the simple hydration factor. Right Frog? Sorry, me talking about my armpits must have just finally aired. So anyways, the other thing that's in here is zinc, and zinc can be used for a couple of different things. Zinc is usually used as, like, back when I was a kid, zinc oxide was used as a sun protectant, because we would do the whole zinc stuff on our nose when we went swimming and whatnot. Actually, my mom used to put it on my ears, my shoulders, the tops of my feet, and my nose, to try and keep us from getting burnt, because I used to get pretty toasted as a child when it came to seeing the sun liked to bake me, which is probably one reason why I don't go in the sun much at all anymore, because just a few moments outside in direct sunlight, I have a tendency to get toasted quite easily. Now, I do tan, but anyway, so it has zinc in it. Zinc can also help with like free radicals, if I'm not mistaken. But it also gives your face kind of like the kick that it needs to help like repair itself. Like I said, it's also good for like sun protection. The other one that I wanted to try was the AHA and BHA. This is a peeling solution. It's for like anti-aging, and this is like something that I would probably most likely mix into a moisturizer at night, like 1 or 2 drops, just to like work on the fine lines and wrinkles that I have on my face, and possibly like some of the scar damage that I have on my chin, the scar damage I have here and on both sides of my forehead, just from having acne or breakouts over the years. I think that would also help. It also has hyaluronic acid in it, which is very hydrating to the skin, and vitamin B5. For those of you that don't know, vitamin B, period, whether or not you're taking thiamine, riboflavin, niacin, any of those kind of like B vitamins, they're all supposed to be really good with keeping your skin healthy, your hair healthy. It helps with keratin production and things like that. So, I mean, it looks like it's got some decent ingredients in it, and it's only like $7. So, I guess I better copy this one too and put it in chat so you know what I'm talking about. Looks like I'm still in the Laneige stuff. Dropped frame rates. Oh wow, that was a while ago. Okay. Okay, so here's my Elemis, the mask, and then here's the little, yeah, it's 212, and I'm just now going over the things I brought in from the bathroom like 5 minutes ago. My stream's like doing real good. I don't know why it's got such a long delay. And I don't think I've got it set to be delayed that long. Okay, so it's set for 20 seconds. I'm gonna disable that and see if that helps and doesn't like completely fuck up my screen. Get off my stream. No, go away. Get off that. I don't know why you keep doing that. Driving me nuts. Maybe it did help. I took the delay off. Maybe it'll help. I don't know. All right, next we have the Eva NYC. I had a sample of this that I got from Influencer back in August of last year. I just finished using it because I didn't use it like all the time. I used it on my long hair. I've used it on my short hair. It has a really nice fragrance to it. I like quite a few of their products. I have the Main Magic 10-in-1, like a little sample thing of those. I have the Hungry Hair Oil. I like that. They have, let me go ahead and open it. They have quite a few products that I really enjoy. I really want to get this because it does a really nice job. It's like a shampoo that I can use every day. It doesn't weigh my hair down, doesn't make my scalp itch, it doesn't leave that weird feel on my hair, and it's only $9. My local Target is supposed to carry it, but they don't. Oh, it's on sale right now for $5.99. Well, looky there. Something else on sale that I can't buy because I ain't got no money. Okay, so the Satin Dream I have, I don't quite care for that. It's kind of sticky. The hair mask I wouldn't mind trying. I don't do dry shampoo, so that would be a no. The Main Magic is actually on my list. That's the next item, so I'll go ahead and copy that information. That one's $11.99, and I do love this stuff. If I don't use conditioner in the shower, I use this in my hair. After the shower, I spray it like 4 or 5 times in my hair, and it leaves my hair like feeling soft and manageable, but doesn't look greasy. So I like that. They also have the Main Magic 10-in-1 conditioner. I wouldn't mind trying that. I don't need the blonde shampoo because I'm not blonde. Maybe on the inside, but on the outside I'm not. Then they have the Main Magic 10-in-1 shampoo, which I wouldn't mind trying that one either. Then they have the Clean It Up shampoo and Soften Up conditioner. I wouldn't mind trying that. The Rock a Wave curl cream, I don't know if I'd want to try that because I don't like how the Satin Dream leave-in conditioner feels. I don't know if I'd like the way that felt in my hair. Volume powder, definitely don't need that shit. Temporary color spray, don't need either of those either. So there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 products that they have just on Ulta that I wouldn't mind trying. The Hungry Hair Oil isn't listed on here, but if you go to the Eva NYC's website, they do have it on there. So, I mean, I just try and link stuff from like Ulta because that's probably where I would end up buying it from anyways, because like I said, Target doesn't have it locally. So there's no point in me every time I go there, I look, I never find it. So I'm just, and I had a coupon to get like a product from Eva NYC for like 50% off or something like that a while back from the Influencer Voxbox, but I had to buy it at Target, and Target didn't have it. And I tried to order it online, and Target wouldn't take the coupon online. So, Target. So, yeah. Then we have the Peter Thomas Roth. Now, this is the MVP pack. I have... No, that's First Aid Week. I have the Peter Thomas Roth. This is the anti-aging cleansing gel. I have a big size of this. It's like 8 ounces. This is a sample. I had 2 samples. These are 2-ounce bottles. I bought the first one in like March of last year, and I finished that in like September last year. I've been using this one since September, October last year, and this is how much I have left. I haven't even opened the big one yet. The big one's going to take me forever to use. A very little goes a long way with this product. And I put it on and leave it on for a few seconds and then rinse it off. I love what it does to my skin. It can be a little drying on my skin if I leave it sit too long, but it does help with like acne and breakouts and stuff like that. And I actually, you know, the ingredients aren't too bad on it. This is actually a kit. Looks like it's sold out. But it comes with one of these, the anti-aging cleansing gels at the half the full size. So it's 4.2 ounces, so it's double this size. It comes with the Firm X peeling gel. I don't know what that's used for. The 24 karat gold pure luxury lift and firming mask. Potent C power serum. So it's a vitamin C serum, which I've been using. This one here, this is from Red Earth, and then I have a Sunday Riley one, but I can't use the Sunday Riley vitamin C moisturizer very often because it causes me to break out. And then they have the Water Drenched Hyaluronic Cloud Cream Hydrating Moisturizer, which I've looked at. It's expensive. I wouldn't mind trying it, but they're like sample sizes are a little bit bigger than sample sizes of the Peter Thomas Roth products. That's why it was on my wish list. But I do have a big size of this cleanser here. I wouldn't mind getting a full size of this, but I'd like to try it first. And getting a box like this gives you an idea of what the other products are like to see whether or not you like them, to buy them in full size. So I wish companies would allow us to be able to like buy the smaller sizes like this. I don't know. I mean, not all brands do it. Some brands do, but not all brands. Let me actually look up this brand. Go away. Okay, that would be a negatory. This is just the 8.5 ounce bottle for the anti-aging cleansing gel. I thought they had a small one that you could buy. Oh, here it is. This is what I bought. This is a travel size. So I spent, and it's 2 ounces. I spent $12. So I spent $24 to buy 2 of these, where I could have just saved up the money and spent $38 to bought a big one. Yeah, Rebecca can't math. But they do offer like the smaller size, which was nice because it gave me a chance to try it, and I really do enjoy this product. I like it. I use it daily. I will continue to use it daily. All right, so that one's that. I'm going to go ahead and open this, but I'm going to skip this. I'll come back to it. Then we have a couple of Sephora things. Now, I like getting the little, and I'll probably just drag that out of the bathroom. 1 second. Now, if you guys have been on my channel for a while, you know that I did a perfume declutter a week or 2 ago, and these are all of the little ones that I have left. And I don't wear perfume very often, so there's no point in me owning like a big one for it to like turn or separate or be ugly. So that's why I like these like little Sephora like sample packs. This one here is their fall sample pack, and there's probably perfumes in here that I won't like, so I won't know until I try them. And then you can get it comes with a voucher for you to get a free travel size of whatever fragrance that we want to pick out at like a later date. So this one comes with a Giorgio Armani Aqua D perfume, the Chloe Nomad. Kick my damn iPad trying to get up. Somebody was in our yard and the dog was trying to eat them, and I think it's the guy reading our power meter. I think, but he had a label on the side of his truck, but I couldn't tell what it said. Alright, so Chloe, okay, so I have Chloe Nomad right here, and I like it. It's one of the ones that I kept when I did the declutter, so I have Chloe Nomad, so I know I like this. And then there is the Burberry, My Burberry in blush. Then there's Prada Candy. Hang on. Okay, I have Prada Candy as well. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Sorry. So this one says Prada Candy Sugar Pop. That's what this is. I like this one too. And they're both about the same fullness, to be honest. This one's a little bit bigger around in diameter. This is like a 7mm, with this one's a 6mm bottle. So I have both of those like little mini fragrances. And I'm done dinged up with that nail. You know what? Let me go ahead and put my clear polish on this hand. Maybe it'll smooth out some of my lumps and bumps. So I will stop dinging shit. This is another reason why I paint my nails at my desk. It takes me like an hour to 2 hours to paint my nails. I like to let my nails dry in between as well. I got spider web stuff going on. I'm almost out of this top coat. So I have to keep picking the bottle up and turning it to the side every time I need to get more stuff. Alright, so the next perfume is the Yves Saint Laurent Black Opium. I remember when I was a kid, I used to like opium fragrances. I also used to like the poison fragrance. But I don't know what it smells like now, or what I would like now. And then there's Tory Burch perfume. I don't know if it's like a specific Tory Burch fragrance. Some of these I've never smelled. Like I said, I only own the two. So I own the Chloe one, and I own the Prada one. Okay, I just got a very odd text message. Very odd text message. Frog, did you just text me? Just got a text about something broke and car's got to go in the shop or something while I'm painting my nails, so that doesn't help. You could have just sent me a message on Facebook, Frog. Alright, hang on. That sucks. Okay, it was Frog that texted me. The seat in her car broke. That's what happens when you pull on that lever one too many times, man. I don't know why people want to lay back like that anyways. I can't stand laying like that in a car. It's just like on a motorcycle when you got to hunch over to drive a crotch rocket. Can't do it. Not at all. Drives me nuts. Hurts my back. Can't do it. I'm old. Alright, so that's the first sampler. I pulled 3 different samplers as like things that I would like. But then again, like I said, I have 2 out of the, there's 5 in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there's 6 in here. So I own 2 out of the 6, which isn't too bad. And I like the 2 fragrances, so even if I didn't like it... looks like I got the picture wrong. I think this is the picture for the other one. Alright, so let me copy this. Like I said, I'll come back to the other one. The one that I just skipped. I'll come back to that in a minute. Alright, then we have another perfume sample travel. Yeah, this is the picture that belongs up here, and vice versa. Okay, so then we have the other perfume sampler that I pulled information for. This is also $25. It has Chloe Nomad, which, again, is this one here that I own. The Giorgio Armani Acqua di perfume, which is the same as the other one. Marc Jacobs Daisy, which I heard a lot of people like that one. The Taka Stella perfume. Tory Burch and Nuit, which means night. Victor and Rolf Flower Bomb. What's this Tory Burch one up here? Tory Burch, it just says Eau de Parfum. So that one doesn't tell you what you're supposed to get. And I can't read some of the bottles, so... I don't know which one's which. So, there's only like 1 duplicate in here that I own. The Giorgio Armani one is the same as the first one, so that would be a duplicate as well, but I don't own it. And then I kind of went crazy and found this one. This is a $65 fragrance set. It's the favorite fragrances of 2019. Let me copy this and put it in chat. Alright. The $65 one, again, all of these come with like a voucher to get a bigger size for like free. So this one comes with a Versace Eros perfume, Eros Flame, Clean Reserve Solar Bloom, Prada Candy, which again, I own the little one of Prada Candy, Giorgio Armani C. Florini, Nest Wild Poppy, Atelier Cologne Pacific Lime, that sounds interesting, Dolce & Gabbana The Only One, Yves Saint Laurent Le Homme, which means man, cologne in blue. So you get a bunch of like higher end perfumes. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in this one instead of the 6. And there's your gift card thingy for the perfume. And then I went ahead and pulled like a full-size perfume because it's one I absolutely love. Fragrance.net keeps like asking what we would like to win. Like they do a weekly giveaway on Fragrance.net's Instagram page, and which perfume or cologne would we want to win from them. And this is what I always ask for. This is the Tom Ford Neroli Portofino. I love the Neroli fragrance, like, period. I used to wear straight Neroli oil. I had a diffuser necklace. Actually, I still have a diffuser necklace. And I still have Neroli oil that I could put in it. But I love the fragrance of Neroli. This is my little Tom Ford perfume sample that has a hair on it. But the like smallest size was like $60. I was like, so that means this little guy here is worth like $12. I'm like, holy shit. This is 0.05 ounces or 1.5 milliliters. So this is a very expensive perfume. But if I had to ask for like one high-end item, this would be it. And I would probably wear this every day, all day long, because I love Neroli fragrances. Neroli is what they call bitter orange oil. It's like orange fragrance, but it's like has a bite to it. It's something I really enjoy. Okay, I'm gonna skip the Amazon stuff, and then I'm gonna go down to the other things that I added on. All right, so going back to the one I skipped, this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina Pro Pigment Palette Volume 2. I also pulled Volume 3. So they're both $60. Looks like you can buy them both now. Let me see if I can get the pictures bigger on here. All right, so here is the palette, the whole palette for Volume 2. And then here's the whole palette for Volume 3. So this one's a lot of oranges with a couple of like turquoisey shades with some like mauve-y shades. And this one here is a lot of greens and a lot of blues with an orange, a couple of hot pinks, and some yellows. I like both of them. I do. I like both of them. And I would want to buy both. But again, they're both $60. They both are available at Sephora. She launched like the first one, and then 2 weeks later she launched the information for the second one, and then 2 weeks after that, like as soon as the second one was available for purchase, she launched the information for the third one. So I do like them both. I do want them both, but again, they're $60 each. So unless these suckers go on sale, it's going to be a long time before I can afford to buy any of these puppies. So, yeah. I like them, but I don't like them $60 worth. I went ahead and included the Jeffree Star palette, the Blood Sugar palette. It is a red and a pink palette. I have Blue Blood and I have Jawbreaker. I do want all of his palettes eventually, but this was the one that I've also like been drooling over for like the longest time. And then I was gonna buy this, and then Blue Blood launched. I'm like, nope, I'm buying that one first. And then when Jawbreaker launched, I still wanted to buy this, but I had some money. I paid for it with Afterpay, so I was able to get the Jawbreaker palette. And the Jawbreaker palette is $58 instead of $52. I still like this palette. It's a lot of like neutral shades between your pinks and your berry shades, and that beautiful gold right there. You've got some purple shades and some red shades as well. I kind of wish there was more red and less like of these shades here, these 6. I wish that there had been like another like more like burgundy red, kind of like that cherry soda, but I think cherry soda is a shimmer. But there's like, looking at this right here, there's 3 shimmers right there, maybe 2 that I can see. Candy Floss and Sweetener look like they're shimmers. I think Sugarcane might be a shimmer, but the other 3, the Glucose, the Tongue Pop, and the Cake Mix, are mattes. And if you ask me, it looks like if you take Cake Mix and Glucose and mix them, you could get Sugarcane. So that's just my opinion on that. I like the O positive there. That's kind of like a grayish purple. That's pretty to me. The Ouch and the Marvel Intravenous I think is nice because you have a couple of neutral shades in there. You've got the Donor, which is a beautiful gold shade, and then you've got Sweetener, which is like a goldy pink shade. I think it's a beautiful palette. I do want it. And I don't give a shit about the controversy between Jeffree Star and this person, that person, what he said, what he might have said, what he might have done, the N-word that he used. I don't care about any of that crap. I don't. I'm not buying Jeffree. I'm buying the makeup. Okay? So I'm just going to leave that here. The other items that I pulled, these were all from Wet n Wild. I'll go ahead and open them. We have the palette that caused the biggest controversy recently. This is the new and improved James Charles palette. So I think I'm going to go to the bathroom and dig this palette out really quick. Okay, I got in there and realized that my one hand is still wet, and so this is where all of my main eyeshadows stay, like my eyeshadow palettes. Anything that's smaller than this goes in another drawer. But I gotta relocate. So here's Blue Blood. And then there's Jawbreaker. And I do only own a couple of Morphe palettes. So I have this one. I do have an empty Morphe palette that has like single shadows in it. And then at the very bottom of the drawer, because they're too frappin' big to fit anywhere else, are the other two Morphe palettes that I own. This is the 39S. It's almost as difficult to work with as the James Charles palette. It's beautiful. It has pinks and purples and stuff in it, but it makes me want to rip my hair out because it is difficult to work with. Stay. Watch that motherfucker fall off. I'd be mad. Put these back in because I had taken them out yesterday. Here's the James Charles palette. Let me see if I can get this to blow up bigger. Gimme. Alright. This is the new Wet n Wild palette. I spent $39 and change on this one. This one here is $19.99. So I spent, I think, a total of like almost $50 for this palette between tax and shipping and the palette. And I hardly ever use it. But this is what it looks like. The names are not on it. Names are not on that. I kind of wish they were. I have the little info thing taped to the lid. Hopefully these will blend better than these. But looking at this palette on the screen, like where the reds and stuff are here, they're more like peachy tone shades on there. I like the fact that the middle row is smaller, which means this palette is going to be probably the same size as the Jaclyn Hill palette. Just to give you an idea of how much of a size difference. It's like 1.5 inches shorter and about 1 inch shorter from the top and 2 inches shorter on the sides. I find a lot of these shades very difficult to work with. I want to toss this across the room. I have to use every shadow in here just about wet, matte or metallic. I have to use them wet. Except for like the center. Oh wait, that's the 39S palette. Never mind. I was gonna say the center shade on those are like gel. Yes, the bottom two rows look very similar in this one, but I like how there's like a shimmery purple on the Wet n Wild. These purples on the Wet n Wild palette are more like cool tone purples, and they're both shimmers. So the colors do look very similar to the bottom two rows. The top 3 rows, I mean, everybody can make a neutral shade, but the ones in this palette look more complementary to me. These are very warm tone shades. Those are more like neutral to cool. These are like very orange based. A lot of these are orangey based shades. Even the red is an orange based red. It's not a cool or a neutral red. It is an orange based red. Even these, like this brown is very orangey, this brown is very orangey, these browns are like very, very orangey, and this one here is a cool tone brown. And none of these blend. You can put the shadow on and blend 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 until your damn arm falls off, and they don't blend. So, I would prefer to get this palette, and then I would list this one online for sale on like Depop. I'm sorry, I'm like super anal about having shadow on my palettes. Like super anal. I don't like my palettes to be messy at all. I like to keep my makeup clean because that's just the kind of person that I am. That's why I still have clothing from like middle school that I can wear because I've kept very good care of it over the years. But I would prefer to get the Wet n Wild palette. The James Charles palette literally goes in the very bottom of this drawer. And unless I'm using it to compare to something else, I never reach for it. I don't like it. I probably ought to just list it on Depop now for sale and see if I can sell it for like, you know, I figure I spent $40 on it. If I could get 30 out of it, then I would have enough money to buy this palette and pay for shipping and tax. And somebody would be able to get the palette for $10 cheaper than what they would have to buy it at like Morphe or Ulta. Because I remember when they initially started selling those on like Depop and Mercari and Poshmark and shit like that, that they were like jacking the prices up to like exorbitant fees. So that, and I think that Wet n Wild shadows last longer, they stay better, they blend easier, they are just better shadows all around. So I would prefer to have this one than the one I currently own. Then I pulled this one here. These are like really neat like stencils that you can use to like, you know, hold them on your face and then put shadow or paint or whatever over them. And it comes with 2 different stencils. So you've got various star shapes and some dots and a big and small dipper. I think that it would be nice to have them, and they're only like $1.99. And Wet n Wild does do, like, if you look here at the top, it does they do wild deals. If you are looking for something on sale, or if you want to check and see if something's on sale, every day something changes on their website. They do different sales like every day. Sometimes they'll put like time limits on it. See how this says 70 hours? So basically for 3 days, these items are on sale. They have Pump Active Line PR Collection Kit. I don't like that one. But they had the entire like Crystal Cavern collection for like the entire PR kit for sale yesterday for like $20. So I was like, I like it, but there's a few products in each of them that I wouldn't use. But I also buy like their brush kits. I got my brush kit from this site. Usually it goes on sale from $29 and change. Oh, it's on sale for $14 right now. Here it is right here. This is for those of you that wonder, this is my go-to brush set. This is what I use in most of my eye looks. They're super easy to wash. Yes, they look like they have they need to be washed because the pink tips on some of them. But I got this one on sale for $12.99. So it's a $30 brush kit. Right now it's on sale for $14, but when I bought it, it was on sale for $12.99. I was like, yes! So you get 16 brushes and a brush roll for $12. That's like less than $1 a brush. And they're good brushes, really good brushes. So I was happy to get it. I had looked at getting it. It's on one of my Amazon wish lists. But when I saw it go on sale on this site, I was like, mine, gotta have it. All right, so then I pulled this information here. This is the Fantasy Makers paint palette. They have a few of these, but I got this one for this white shade here. I see a lot of people using like cream products or those Mayron products for doing makeup looks, and I liked the color story of this one. It's very cool toned. But I liked the white in there. Like I said, they have a bunch of these for like Halloween on their website that are all like cream palettes. They're 6-pan palettes. They're $7 each. I guess I need to put the stencil thingy up. I'm still talking about the sale page. And I need to get my butt in gear. It's almost 3 o'clock. Alright, so they have like the kits that you can buy that have, like there's the palette there for $14.99. You can get some like rhinestones and other products in it. And you can buy the kits. And they have like full looks that you can make with the kits, which is nice. Or you can buy like the individual paints. I looked at the white one here. I was going to get that. I was like, yeah, but that's a whole lot of white. So then I scrolled down and I found the white in this one. I was like, that would probably be better. I like all of the little stencils and stuff, but the cosmic one kind of like spoke to me more because that's just the kind of person that I am. And they have this like vampy highlighter powder, which is beautiful. Way too dark for me, but even if unless I was doing a makeup look and I needed something like that. But I like the blue mascara. I like this teal color here. I really like that orange catsuit lipstick. That's pretty. That green is awful. I was curious about this mega mystery bag for $20. It makes me wonder if it's like just the stuff that they can't get rid of that they just kind of threw in a bag. or products that are about to go bad that they just want to get rid of, because that's what kind of makes me worried about these things. It says Mega Mystery Bag is an assortment of 12 items valued at $54.68. We put a little of something for everyone in this bag. So I was like, that'd be interesting to try. I mean, depending on how bad it was, I'd only do it once. There's 16 reviews. It's got a 3.8 star rating. Disappointed. I ordered 3 of these and thought that each bag would be different, but every bag was exactly the same. The products were good, but I was very disappointed that the bags were all the same. Okay, that's not cool. All full-size items, none were broken or defective. The bag was cute. Love the variety of the collection. Not good at all. Purchased this and absolutely did nothing to my lashes either, as other reviewer stated. Formula wasn't dry, but I think she... Oh, it says originally posted on Mega Volume Waterproof Mascara. Why would it be posted here? I don't know. This one also came from a mascara. I'm not even going to read that. I ordered this product and got a bunch of items from the Fire and Ice collection. I was hoping for a variety of products from all over the site. The makeup bag is also very small. The products did not fit inside it at all. The bag is just useless. Was not impressed with this mask. Why are they putting mascara reviews on here? Yeah, I agree with Deb. Deb, you have it right. I don't know why they moved the fucking reviews from the mascara over here. It doesn't make no sense to me, but she's saying that Wet n Wild does that shit all the time. Anyways, okay. Where are we at? Alright, so those are the 5 items that I added. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, excuse me, 6 items that I added yesterday. I did update it yesterday to add those. And now we'll get into the last few Amazon items. I did post all of my like wish list items, or all of my wish lists for Amazon on here just after the Tom Ford perfume, which is about 3/4 of the way down on the blog. It says, when it comes to Amazon, I have one catch-all wish list, and I have a bunch of them broken down by type. If you ever wonder the things I would like to buy, or just pop onto any of the links, and most are separated by type. Some stay in a catch-all list until I sort them, but most lists are set up so you can buy something and it directly ships it to me, which is how I've had it set up since day one. So the very first one is like, it just says Rebecca's wish list or something like that. When I like favorite an item on Amazon, it goes there, and then I move it to other wish lists that I created. So I have makeup I want to try for YouTube, skincare I want to try, hair care, and then tools and brushes. That's all like makeup related stuff. The tools and brushes will be anything from like brushes, makeup brushes, like hair brushes, like skincare brushes. Could be mirrors, could be like sorting tools, could be like something like this that comes in a tower. They're like tray separators, those kinds of things. So anything that would be used as an accessory to a collection of mine would be listed in there, as well as like, you know, makeup brushes, hair brushes, that kind of stuff. I think I have like the reusable washcloth thingies for your skin in there as well. Like reusable cotton pads, that kind of stuff. Those are in there as well. Then we have electronics and games, so that'll be equipment for my camera, equipment for like my desk setup. So you'll find like heating pads in there. You'll find, and I just bought these off my wish list. This is memory foam. I have a mouse and a keyboard thing that I bought recently. You'll find like little fans like this that are battery operated. This thing is amazing. It'll blow you out of your chair on high. I've got things for my computer. I've got like SD cards and stuff like that are in there. So there's like a wide variety of things. Some of them are like attachment wires so that I can actually use my Blue Yeti mic on my big DSLR camera. I have the conversion kit so that I can use my Yeti mic on my cell phone. Things like that you will find in that wish list. Then we have clothing and shoes. I actually put what size I am in clothes next to it so you know. And I put my shoe size in there as well. Just in case somebody actually did, they clicked on something, wanted to buy me something and didn't know what size I was. I'm usually a size 8 in most things, or a medium on like the Chinese made clothing. So that has like clothes like dresses, shirts, pants, skirts, jackets, shoes, socks, PJs. There's all kinds of like clothing things in there. And I think there's a few jewelry items that I wanted to do for like cosplay kind of stuff. Then we have like food materials. So you're going to find like candies in there and baking stuff and like gluten-free products. And because I was going to try and start doing some gluten-free cooking because I do have a gluten sensitivity. I am not a celiac person. I'm not allergic to wheat. I just have a sensitivity to it. So I try and avoid that kind of stuff. And when I do eat breads, I blow up like a house and I have gas really bad for 2 days. So it makes my stomach upset and it gives me cramps, and gluten and me just are not friends. Just like me and milk. But I still drink milk, so I'm lactose intolerant. So I put up with side effects. Then we have household and camping, so that could be anywhere from like coffee mugs to kitchen appliances to tents to solar stuff to things that you would need to go camping. So it's basically like anything and everything that you would use in your house or camping as a house. So there's a whole bunch of stuff there. Books is going to be anywhere from religious books to leisure books to educational books to how to use your damn camera kind of books. There's all kinds of books in there. Even like all the tiny house books that I've really wanted for years, those are all in there as well. So there's a whole bunch of like different books in there. And I own some of them. I just haven't removed them off the list. But if you look on there what's purchased, it'll tell you what I've already bought off of Amazon. But there's a few items in there that I already own that I put in there just so I could remember to review it. Even though I didn't buy it off of Amazon, I do own the books. So I have been meaning to go and do that. So that's why they're there, if you're wondering. And then music and movies is like CDs or DVDs, that kind of thing, for just, I don't know, stuff that I've wanted for years, stuff that I will probably still enjoy, even though I've probably seen it 100 times. But that's what that is. And then getting into the actual Amazon items, this is actually a beautiful dress, and there's a couple of different designs, but I am like a huge butterfly fan. I have a butterfly tattoo on my leg, but it's like a 50s style dress, but they have a bunch of different designs that you can choose from, and I usually pick medium for things like this because these are all made in China. If you look at the reviews, it says fit as expected 73%. So I figured if I get a small, I won't be able to breathe. If I get a medium, it might be a little big, but it should be okay. But this was one of the items that I had pulled because I thought it was pretty. I like the teal background, I like the purple butterflies, and I like the grayed out butterflies in there as well. Sometimes when you pick the size that you need, some of the dresses and stuff will gray out so you can't see them anymore. And that's just to let you know that they just don't have those available in that size. But that one's really busy. This one here I think is a butterfly dress. It's a white background. This one's pretty as well. I'd wear most of these dresses. That one I wouldn't. This one's way too busy. That one's nice. That one's beautiful. There's a lot of these that I would wear. Some of them that look like they just threw flowers at it. See, that one's not too bad. That one's kind of okay. It looks kind of like a sailor dress. That one's pretty. It's got butterflies all over it. I really love that one. But, I mean, some of these, there's only a few on this listing. Like, that one's okay. It's not like my favorite. This, I love that mint background on that one. That one's pretty. Polka dots would drive my dad insane. He hates polka dots. That one's pretty. That would be a little bit too much for me. That one's not too bad. Again, I like those polka dots. Dad would go nuts with the little itty bitty tiny polka dots. He hates polka dots. Hates them with a passion. That one I don't care for. That one's, again, polka dots that would drive my dad nuts. I actually made handmade a polka dot skirt just so I would drive my dad nuts with it. Does that mean? I don't think so. But they have really pretty dresses, and there's a bunch of different styles like this. If you scroll down, there's quite a few of them down here. Some of them have a bow, some of them are like the boat neck that have like the wider strap. I like a lot of these, even the halter ones. That one's cute there with the pumpkins on it. I don't like anything with lace on it. It drives me nuts. I don't like the way lace feels on my skin. It's scratchy and irritating, and it just makes me want to rip it off. But I'd wear, out of these designs, all of these except for this moo looking one with the 3/4 sleeve, and then this one here with the lace. I'd wear all of the other designs though. So I'm not too picky, and I don't have anything like this in my closet. A lot of my dresses are like this. They're like spaghetti straps. So, meh. And then I pulled a couple of pairs. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. I have one of these, but it's older. It's a Sanyo or a Samsung, and it won't charge anymore at all. It's old. Dad gave it to me, so I figured something like this would be nice. I don't know what color it comes in. It doesn't really matter to me what color it is. And it's got a slot in it so that you can put whatever size card you want to in it. It comes with a 16 gig card, but when I'm like running around the yard or cleaning the house, I don't want to have to like carry my phone with me and have to plug my headphones in it and that kind of thing. I'd rather just have something like this that I can tuck in the top of my shirt if I don't have something on with pockets, or I could tuck it into the waistband of my shorts. That way I've got it with me and I don't have to worry about lugging my phone around and that kind of thing. But that's one reason why I have this on here. It's not like a need. It's more like a want. Fucking Taylor Swift on the front. White shoes. I don't own any white shoes. I'm gonna go ahead and open both of these. I think this was sold out. I like the little like rose gold tip on the toe of this and the rose gold on the heel. These are just regular like white stilettos. I think I put these on my wish list for a size 9. And these might be a medium. I need more like a narrow because I got a skinny foot. I got a long skinny foot. Hello? I clicky you. Why you not work? Loading stuff. Still loading stuff? I'm up to the butterfly dresses on the stream so far. Alright, so here's the 9. Let's see. And let's see if I can put this one. They had a bunch of different colors, and I like the chunky heel on it. This is the nude suede. They also have it in white, and they have like a bone shade as well. I'm trying to pick the size that I would need so that you can see how the price changes from $20 to $35. It changes depending on what size you need, which I guess is okay. I've never spent more than $20 for a pair of shoes besides my... I take that back. There's only one brand of shoe I will ever spend more than $20 on. And these are my Birkenstocks. These are my Floridas. I also have Papilios in my bedroom, and I think I have some Batulas. I have clogs, but I like this kind of strap. I don't like the one where it wraps around your toe because that shit drives me nuts. I don't like wearing thong flip-flops either. I don't like thongs in my butt or in my toes, so I'm just, I don't know. I don't like it. So, those, I think, I bought them from Birkenstock a few years back, probably like 10, 15 years back. I think I paid 105 for those. My clogs were like 215, and the Batulas, I think I spent 150 for those. But yeah, most of my Birkenstocks, I think the cheapest pair of Birkenstocks I've ever bought was my very first pair of Floridas. They were like a navy blue color. I bought them while I was working at a shoe store, and I only paid 80 bucks for them. They were originally like 120, so I got a good deal on them. And I wore them for like 25 years before they finally fell apart and a dog chewed them because they have a cork footbed. So yeah. All right, so these are $40. Back to the ones with the pretty little rose gold tip on the heel. I like them. It's just a standard stiletto, but I need a white shoe. I have plenty of black shoes. I need another color shoe. I don't really wear stuff like this very often, but when I do, I like, you know, to dress with shoes that are appropriately colored. This one here is a suede, but I like the big chunky heel on it. And I like the pointed toe. I don't like how low it's cut right here, because then you get that toe crack situation showing, and I don't like that at all. But most of those shoes do not have enough toe coverage, and I think toe cracks are kind of disgusting. That's a nude pink. There's a white. And this one looks like it's pretty narrow in the heel, which is what I would need. The other one looked like it was more of a medium. There is beige. Oh, we're up to the thong comment. This one's also pink. So there's a bunch of different colors on this listing that I really like because of the fact that they're more, I don't know. I guess it's something that I prefer, but because I don't own any of those colors, it would be nice to have at least one pair of light colored shoes, be it like a light pink, peach, whatever, or white, so that when I'm wearing something and I need a lighter colored shoe, it would just be nice to have a lighter colored shoe. So that's why I pulled those. But yeah, I think $30 for a pair of shoes is a lot of damn money. A whole lot of money. A whole lot of money I ain't willing to spend. Looks like that pink shade was sold out, but they've got like the white and the beige and the suede shoe, the nude suede in stock for a size 9. But those are 35 bucks. Ouch. Then we have this art supply box. This, my computer sits on, it says followers on, I don't know what brand it is, but it's a thing that like lifts your computer monitor up off your desk. It gives me, alright, it's 2 3/4 inches underneath, and it sits at 3.5 inches. So it pulls my monitor up about 3.5 inches, and I've got space underneath that I can slide stuff, and usually stuff goes all the way to the back and it falls off the desk. So I liked this because not only did it have the drawers that I could pull out and I could put things like my chapsticks in it, my pens that I always keep on my desk, I could put my glasses in one of the slots. I've got all these like remotes and stuff. One's for like my Orion speaker system. One's for the light system in my computer. I've got my calculator up here. I just figured I could put all that shit in these drawers and get it off my desk so my desk doesn't look so busy, cluttered, whatever. But I liked this idea. Yes, it's for art supplies, but one man's trash is another man's treasure. So I don't know. I liked it. They do have a 6 drawer, which I think would be a little too much for what I need. Plus, it looks like it would be about 6 inches off my desk. Yeah, it says 6.5 inches high, 10 inches deep, 6.5 inches high, 15 inches wide. And this one here is 5 inches high. So I think that the 5 inches would be fine. Where my monitor sits now is a little low, but another 1.5 inches higher would be perfect. Then there was a 10 that looks like it's 2 of them stacked up, which if it was me, I would put them on my desk like side by side and then just kind of set stuff in the middle. But I mean, they are designed so that you can stack them. But again, you've got your drawers and stuff, which is nice. But I don't need 2 of them. I mean, 1 would be plenty. The 4 drawer. But that's why I pulled that, because I really think that that would not only clear half the crap off my desk, it would allow me to move my monitor up a little bit higher so that it's closer to eye level for me, because I'm tall. And then lastly, we have this chair from Amazon. Now, the chair that I'm currently sitting in, I have had since I turned 18. I bought this chair at Office Depot. It was a floor model. And it's rather beat up. The seat on it, the cushion on the seat is like deteriorating and falling apart. And then I have to put I have cushions underneath of it that I have to sit on. And then I have a pillow behind me and then my heating pad next to that. So number 1, this looks like it's got lumbar support and neck support, which I thought was nice. And it also looks like it has a nice curve to the actual seat of it. And it has, you know, armrests. I don't have armrests on this chair. Not that I really use them, but it kind of would be nice to have them. And, oh, it looks like the seat goes up and down. Oh, that's kind of cool. Kind of like the car. Oh, it rotates back? I didn't know that. I like it even more. Anyways, this is kind of pricey. It's $180 for this chair. But because I spend the majority of my day sitting at my computer, that, you know, between editing and uploading and websiting and all the other lovely fun stuff that I do at my desk on the regular, I really wish, I think I spent $120 on this chair initially, and I haven't bought another chair since, just because had a chair and I didn't need to buy another one. But you know, it would be nice to get an updated chair, but again, $180 is a lot of money. A lot of money to me. A lot of money to ask anybody to even think about, you know, picking up. The hell? Don't be sending me your Jesus crap on Facebook. She's lucky I didn't get ugly. I don't do that Bible thumping bullshit, okay? Ever. I will respect you and your religion as long as you don't shove that shit in my face. I don't do that. I don't tolerate it. But that's the end of my wish list. I've only been doing this for a couple hours now. Let's see. 3 hours ago I started this stream. Jeezy Pete. Alright, I need to start. I've got clothes already pulled in the bathroom. I need to French braid my hair. I need to go through my tank bag and clean that out. Lay everything out for my miniature. My miniature medic kit. I need to go through here and make sure that my supplies are clean, ready to use, and up to date, that kind of thing. I need to find a little pad of paper to stick in my bag, as well as my little sewing kit. And this little sewing kit, I actually picked it up, I think, at Hobby Lobby. It is like the cutest thing ever. Let me make sure it's not in this purse. I do have purses, I just don't use them. Alright, that one's empty, so it should be in here. This one, the pink one I bought at Walmart, or somebody bought me at Walmart, like, at last year for my... just because he wanted to get in my pants kind of purchase. This one I bought at the flea market, and usually this is the pad of paper that I have in my bag. I'll stick that in there, and I'll stick the hand sanitizer in there. I don't really use hand sanitizer, and I don't go anywhere without a flashlight. There's one in my bag, there's one here. I always have a lighter on me at all times, just because you never know when you're going to need a lighter or a flashlight. I always have incidentals, okay? You never know what you're going to need when you're going to need it. I usually throw this in there. This usually has, yeah, it's got a Tide stain thing. It's got hair ties. I've got a Midol in here. I've got eye drops, a safety pin. Hey, what's that? I got our perfume. It's Night Magic from Avon. Got a little bit left. I'm gonna stick that in my little perfume drawer. I totally forgot that little bit thing was in here. I've got safety pins in here, a couple of hair clips. It's got one of those little like sewing kits in here. I usually have that kind of stuff in here. I got a couple of band-aids in here as well. I got a toothpick. This is kind of like a catch-all. But I always have something like that that has like a little bit of everything, because like I said, you never know when you're gonna need it. I always keep stuff like this in my bag. Not that I'm gonna use the toothpicks on my teeth, but if you get like something stuck underneath the skin, you can actually use those little floss things to kind of force it back out of the skin. And then this is what I'm talking about. This is what I bought it at. Oh, get your little button mask back in there. What you doing hopping out like that? You're gonna get lost. Okay. So this is the little kit. I think I paid $4 for this at Hobby Lobby. It has an itty bitty, like an absolute adorable pair of scissors in it. It's got tweezers, it's got pins, it's got a needle threader. It has a safety pin, 3 needles, some little thread, a couple of buttons, and a couple of snaps. I mean, for the number one, the size of this little thing, and it snaps closed, so you don't have to worry about it, you know, popping open and your buttons running around your purse. It's like a handy little kit that I take with me that goes wherever. No matter if I'm on the motorcycle or in the car, I have a way to, like, you know, tweezers for like splinters or whatever, scissors for just about anything, and then you have like your little miniature sewing assortment. And I think that I think everybody needs to have something like this with them, whether it's in your purse, your bag, your jacket, your glove box, your motorcycle bag, whatever, because you'd be surprised at how many times I've had to use one of these things on the go. And then I usually carry this. This is actually a brush. I don't know where I bought it. It has a mirror, and then it has like a little fold-out brush. This will end up in that bag, and I usually transfer it back and forth. What else do I have in here? Oh, this is a mirror. And then I have my gemstone bag, which goes with me everywhere. I need to really clean my fluorite. My fluorite is like gray. I've got a rutilated quartz, I've got rose quartz, and then just some stones that I kept tripping over multiple times, and I decided it was best that I just pick them up and stick them in my pocket so I'd stop tripping over them. And they've been with me for years, so I guess they were meant to be. So I always have a bag of rocks with me. Always. And then that's basically it. The whole back pocket's nothing but tissues. I don't leave home without them. But I don't really carry a purse. But I do, like, if I'm going somewhere for more than just shopping at Walmart, I do carry a bag of some sort. And then if I'm on the motorcycle, everything that I need essentially will go inside my tank bags. And no matter what motorcycle I'm on, I always make sure that I have a miniature sewing repair kit and a miniature medic kit, because you never know when you're going to need a medic kit on a motorcycle. I have stopped to help bikers before. I've seen plenty of accidents throughout my life. I've been in several, which is why my knee looks the way it does. There's no like cartilage behind my knee anymore. But yeah, I've had plenty of stories over the years as to why I carry some of the things that I carry. And that's basically, I think, it. This folder here that I had open was just all the pictures and stuff that I saved off for doing the video. And just to give you an idea, alright, this is the SD card that's currently in the machine, and my pictures finally finished uploading. So here's all the picture files up here. And these are all like raw files that I have to convert in order to like list them anywhere. These are all like weird Canon kind of pictures. So let me go ahead and exit out of this because it's finally done converting. But just, let's see, when, are you going to tell me when it was? This one was recorded September 20th. And then we have all the way up to well, the one was the ASMR. So there's 36 video files right there that I've recorded since September 20th. So in the past 7 days, I've recorded 36 video clips. Now, some of them are like multiple videos. Like, just for an example, these 5 videos I just selected are all the same video. They're all my pants declutter. And then these 5 video files here is another video. So that's 10 video clips out of those 36 that will make 2 videos. So, if you're ever like curious about that. And then there's like pictures of the pants that I'm getting rid of, and then makeup looks and whatnot that I've done. Sometimes I forget to take pictures. So right now, this is all the videos that I have to edit. I've got 62 video files to turn into 14 to 16 videos, and about 4 or 5 of those will go up on my second channel. And then all the pictures that finished converting end up in this folder. I love this look. This is a look that I did the other day, and I think it's stunning. It's purple and green, and you don't realize that the one shade is purple unless you really look at it. I did this 2 days ago now, was this look. The purple is on like the outside edge, and then the green. Now you can see the purple. And my eye wouldn't stop watering. There's a closer look at the eye look. But I really love how that turned out. Got a little mascara blob right there on my face. Good job, Rebecca. But yeah, this was the look that I did a couple days ago. Yep, see the mascara blob? Makes me want to go brush it off. But I can't. Pictures are already taken. Let's see. September 25th. So yeah, 2 days ago I did that look. And then I did this look, I think the day before that. I was feeling like fall vibes when I did this one. I haven't edited this video yet. I don't know why the camera always wants to focus on my damn nose. I mean, I know it's big and everything, but damn. Focus on the pretty eyeshadow, not my honk. My honking big nose. Well, sucks that my hand's in the way, but makeup look is pretty. But that's the full look that I did 2 days ago, and I think it turned out beautiful. I love it. Let's see. Oh, this was yesterday's look. Hello? You're gonna die. Come back over here again. I promise I won't miss this time. This was me using the Coastal Scents Revealed 2 palette yesterday. There you go. Now you can see it. And I didn't use an eyeliner. That's actually an eyeshadow. And those are pictures of the pants I'm getting rid of. And then the shorts that I have on right now. But yeah, I'm getting rid of like... I initially kept 10 pairs of pants. And then I went through a whole bunch of the other ones. And... it's like I tried on some, and just how they fit or how they were cut, I didn't like it how they fit, so I'm gonna just get rid of them. There's like 14 pairs of pants that I'm getting rid of, and I kept a total of 15. I need to put them back in the dresser drawer. But I have a whole lot of clothes to go through. I'm just getting rid of stuff that I can't wear anymore, that's uncomfortable for me to wear, or it's stuff that I don't know where the hell it came from, but it migrated into my room somehow. Sometimes it's like Dad buys stuff and he can't wear it, or it's too small for him, and then I end up with it. Because I'm just a little bit smaller than my dad. Like my dad wears like a 32-30, and I'm like a 30-34. So or 28, 30, 34. I'm a lot taller than my dad. But anyways, that's it for this live stream. I did the ranty stuff at the beginning. I ended up not going over the box of stuff that my mom sent again. So maybe I'll do that next week if you guys want to see. You know, maybe I'll just look at one. There's a skinny one here. Oh, this has my brother's name on it. I haven't pulled any of these out. What's this one? Oh, this one goes to me. And that one's to my dad. So, okay, I don't have to open all three. Let's see what's in the envelope my mom sent. Why she taped the shit out of this? I don't know. Oh, and she licked it. Really? Happy birthday to me. Let's see what a bitch my mom was. Really? I'm just not meant to get into this thing today, aren't I? No, don't open it. It'll make you cry. Your mom's a complete waste of breath. And people wonder why I adopted a new mom. Alright, let's see. Oh my god. Okay, so it looks like I have my report card. Uh-oh. I have my 11th grade report card. Yep, my 11th grade report card. Aww. It's from Triangle. Oh, it even tells you who was in... Oh my god, like really... I figured they would have hung up by now. Oh, they hung up. They wait till the damn machine picks up. Oh! And then they hang up. Alright. So, we have a thing from Triangle that talks about who was in what class. I don't know if Taquita went to... I don't think she went to Triangle with me. Let's see. I think she went to Roseboro. I don't see her on here, and it has like each of the teachers and like all the students I was in class with. And when I was talking the other day about, you know, how they had us like segregated by class, this is an example of what I meant by segregated by class. So like everybody that was in my classroom for Mr. Lucas was like here. And then you've got the other teachers and stuff. So, yeah, I think Heather Nichols was friends with me. Lonnie Smith and Stephanie Menendez were basically the only friends that I had in that class that would actually talk to me. So, let's see. Tildenville Elementary, perfect attendance. Christmas 1985, Mom's Last Love Gifts. The hell? Oh, the damn envelope is stuck to the card. if it stuck to the card. I guess I could downsize all this stuff. It's a video I have in the editor. So this is from my grandparents. And it's... That would have been the Christmas my grandmother died. 1985. Oh, look. Who remembers these? I still have my Cabbage Patch doll, by the way. It doesn't say what year I got her. There's no signature or date on here. It just says that what her name is. This is so cool. Cabbage Patch Kid certificate. Uh-oh, what was that? A little apple just fell on the floor. This is what I was talking about when I say that my mom does like shit like this. Anything and everything that has anything to do with me, she just gets rid of it. So this says kindergarten graduation. This was for First Baptist School in Winter Garden. Looks like I was in the bear class. I don't remember much. I remember the playground of this school more than anything. And the fact that they had like little like playstations in class that you could like, you'd go and you'd take a clothespin off the outside and then you'd pin it to your shirt or whatever. And then that meant that you were in that like play area until you were done, and then you'd take the clothespin off and then hang it back up outside so that the next kid could go play in there. I remember those. I remember bringing home a century plant and half a milk jug. Disney Magic, June 4th, 1987. What the hell is this? First Baptist graduation? Yep. Graduation. And there's 2 of them here. Looks like I was in Miss Baker's class. I don't remember her. Ah! It's an art project. I don't know what the hell it's supposed to be. January 1985. Drink 3 glasses of milk every day. It says nice work. There's a sticker on it. Maybe that's where this little sticker came from. Eat a good breakfast. Oh yeah, my coloring was real good in January 1985. I'd have been 4. Brush teeth after eating. I was feeling some purple and red, looks like. Keep clean body, hair, hands, and clothing. I was feeling yellow in that moment. Exercise outdoors. Looks like I was doing red and green with a little bit of blue. Is there another page? Yep. Your body needs sleep and rest, so I did green, yellow, blue, and a little bit of brown. I even colored the cat blue. And then there's the back of it. So I'm guessing that's where this little sticker came from. So I'm going to just kind of stick it in the apple head. Because it says, you're a treat, and it's an apple, and the top of this has an apple for like a head. So I'm just going to stick that back in there. Ah, my handprints when I was little. And my handprints again with some glitter from 1986. My kindergarten graduation thingy again for First Baptist Church. Oh my god. It's baby me. Aww. Let me see if I can get to the editor thingy of this. Or not. It's taken forever. Whatever. Anyways, that's what I looked like when I was a baby. probably a year old there. And this looks like it would have been a card. It says 1984 on the front, but that's only, I'm like a year old in that picture. This looks like a card I would have made my mother. Nice that she gave it back. Here's another project it looks like I did. It's amazing some of this shit that my mom's kept over the years. It's got animals in it that I colored in very odd combinations. Very. Oh, I didn't color the goat. I didn't color the goat at all. Poor goat didn't get no color. The chickies kind of did. Maybe I was puttered out by the time I got to the goat. Uh-oh, I just had another sticker come off. Wait a minute, I got some double stick tape. I can put him back on. I really ought to start getting ready. Alright, buddy. Oh, your eyeball fell off! Dude, what the hell? Alright, I can put tape on that too. Just don't let your other eyeball fall off. Alright, give me your eye. Anybody want an eyeball? Alright, let's put your eye back on. Don't lose the other one. Oh, shit. You know what? Now you look cross-eyed. That's okay. Everybody's got issues. First Baptist Church School Christmas Program. Let's see, what was I singing? Let's see, Kenny sang Little Donkey. I don't even see my name on here. It's got my brother's name on it, not mine. My name's not on here. Oh, it says all the students read scripture and ring the bells is what we sang. Doesn't look like I did anything that day. Let's see what this is. Oh. It's a 11th grade report card. It's got my French teacher on here. I only took French the first quarter of that, though. I didn't take... It's got Mr. Hillier on here. He was our class, like, representative or whatever. Miss Ferrer. God, she was awful. Hated that teacher. Alright, what's this one? Another project. Alright, I gotta watch out for my dog. He already fell off once, and he's already lost not one, but both eyeballs. Looks like more projects. Kindergarten Christmas Program, 1984. I was in a 3- and 4-year kitten class on this one, it says. Interesting. It looks like a 1984 project for Halloween. Here's a Thanksgiving one. My engine almost fell out. All kinds of hand-colored stuff. I don't know why I cut the paper that way. It makes no sense to me. Another project stuck on the back of it. It says peas. Pez, P-E-S. The Runny Babbit. There's all kinds of stuff in here. A bunch of animals. There's another one of those weird people. You was on the front of the other project. You got carrots for legs this time. And peas for arms. And a mater head. Here's another Christmas program. 2 Christmas programs from 1986. Jeezy P. 10 Speckled Frogs poem. What's on the back? Uh-oh. Oh! Watch the picture in the middle. There's a bunch of froggies. And a bug. And some blue. And another bug. And number 1. There's a turkey. Oh, wow. That's killing my ankles doing that. One of my dance programs. I didn't even realize my mom still kept all this stuff. I already had one of these. Finishing the level 5 reading book, 1988, Miss Marshall. I think I need to move a few of these because they're gonna fall out or get lost. What the hell is this? Looks like something I got in trouble with. Orange County, Florida Public Schools, Tildenville Elementary. It's Ruby Richardson. She was my favorite teacher ever. It says 1990 to 91. My reading level is 4, whatever that means. Looks like I didn't do too bad. Newspaper article. Oh. Well, this is from 1999. Remember when I mentioned that I worked at that shoe store? Well, here's a newspaper article that was written about me. And there's a whole bunch of Birkenstocks on the floor as well. There's a box of Birkenstocks right there. So my mom had a newspaper clipping of me from, well, the newspaper. Oh, there's another newspaper clipping. What's this one? It's the same article. Probably just from a different paper. First Baptist Kindergarten, Winter Garden, Florida, and grades 1986 to 87. From Grandpa, or to Grandpa from Becky. Handwritten thank you note. Here's one to Martha and Jimbo. Those are my godparents. Thank you note to my mom, dad, and my brother. Thank you note to my aunt, uncle, and my cousin. And thank you note to somebody named Aunt Wanda. A-N-T-E. Aunt Wanda. Here's a thing. It's a band thing. From Outdoor Middle School. I was playing, let's see, 92 to 93. I was playing my bass clarinet and my contrabass clarinet. So, that would have been my last year there. We Like Sheep. This was the Seventh Adventist Church choir thing that I was in. I was listed as the flock. I remember having to get my face painted white and my nose black. Had a cute little hat I had to wear. I think I remember some of the songs too, which is scary. Shape Up Santa. Yep, I remember this one. This was 1991 at Tildenville. I was Bertha. Another play I was in. Concert of a Lot of Music, 1993, Mount Dora Community Auditorium. Looking for my name. Yep, shows me on clarinet. Alright, I'm under clarinet. Technically, I was playing the bigger clarinets back then, but that's okay. I started off on a little one. Here's a bulletin. What did I do here? It was a co-host. Gateway Junior Academy, 1-800-CHRISTMAS is what it says. I was the co-host. I don't remember it. A Florida Christmas, December 1992. Holy crap, this stuff is tiny. It shows me under clarinet on this one as well. Let's see, a spring concert, 1996. Yep, I'm listed under show choir in this one. I'm for show choir. Why it didn't list me under symphonic band too, I don't know. I should have been underneath there for clarinet. Should have been underneath both of them, but you know. English period 1, Mount Dora High School with Miss Clark. 1996. What's this one? Academic progress reports. 97, 80, 83, 81. We got show choir, personal fitness, East-West heritage, and pre-algebra. My HSCT scores. I already have this letter. It's over there. Mount Dora High. Grade reports. Oh, here's one that says cosmetology. And this is dated 1998, May of 1998. I would have been done, almost completely slapped done with the program then, because it's like a 9-month course. And marine biology had a pretty good grade in that. Triangle Elementary, 5th grade. See, this is the kind of stuff my mom sends back. Yeah, I was in the chorus on this one, whatever it is. From Border to Bridges. I think I still have the music book for that. Individual Student Profile. Stanford Achievement Tests, 8th edition. Okay. Looks like I was above average. Reading, concept of numbers, math computations, math applications, and total math. And I hate math. I just had a star fall off. Amanda Woodring, 1995. She's like stuffed Chelsea Sanford's picture. Oh, that's Kelly Krupnicki. 1995. Who is that? Jamie, 1994. I don't remember him. I remember her. I remember both of them. I don't remember him. So that was everything in the envelope my mom sent me. A card from the year my grandmother died. Yay. And then a bunch of like school stuff, and I just had a star land on my leg. So we finally went through the crap my mom sent. Looks like the other 2 envelopes are from my brother and my dad, so I'm not going to worry about going through them. Most likely it's legal documents from my dad and stuff like this from my brother. It's like she wants to completely forget we exist. So that's why my mom and I don't have a relationship. I kind of wish she would